You got a notification yet?
Not yet, the one's come through.
Just look on the channel. Can't think of it. I'm thinking about it. Let's see if it's come through on my channel.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, I don't remember adding that Urbex sticker to it though. Oh well, that can stay on it. Now I just need to send out a link. As if I know how to do that. Share stream. Is that what does it? Copy stream link. Try this link that I just put on the chat on the YouTube video. See what that does. Does that take you directly towards the live stream like it does in Jordan's live streams? Oh, hang on. What's this? Drew, Lumpy Mattress. Show on stream. Is that done it? Are you on?
Yeah, that's me. I'm on.
You're on the headphones now.
Of course, I'm just keeping the camera off because I'm eating.
That's alright. That was it. You can hear me as well, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Like, clearly as well, like, because everyone says on the other live streams that...
Yeah, clearly.
But that was before I got this, though. When I was using the laptop with the weak microphone, when I was kind of at a distance from it, so you couldn't hear it. Probably quiet in those streams. And let alone joining that stream. The first 30 seconds you don't hear me at all. Like, the microphone is kind of disabled for 30 seconds. Well, this is the first live stream, so you can't expect me to have all the knowledge for it.
Yeah, it's alright. I just had some random girl just send me a Facebook friend request. So, someone from Lithuania has just decided to friend request me.
Well, does this person know you in the slightest?
No, I don't know anyone in Lithuania. I've got no friends over in Lithuania, so it's a bit random.
Yeah, well, it appears that Drew is now commenting on the live chat.
I expect I'll be doing a bulb replacement because one of my streetlights outside in the gardens now decided to just pop its bulb. That's another job for me to do.
Yeah, if you notice that I've kind of confirmed the original manufacturer of the system at my local B&Q. I mean, using the latest photos from that place, right? I mean,
yeah.
Big surprise to be honest. Just look at this, for example.
I've never ever seen 10 Psychodome 3000 seconds.
I was talking, not that B&Q, the other one.
Oh!
Yeah,
God,
that one's unusual too, but I'm not as familiar with that one as this one. I mean, I think I know exactly what used to be there. I think it used to have a JSB 5X9000. I mean, hence the size, so they're really tall panels, those. That process just ended up later on. I mean, there was quite a lot of evidence that it was a JSB system, and all along there were remainders, Series 30 detectors.
The closest thing that I've got to one of those is a 900, I think, or a 90, because mine's a small one. And mine is a 5X900. Oh, correct. Alright, so that's the burger over and done with now. Did also taste the cold McDonald's.
Yeah, I know, right?
Phone's on charge as I'm on currently 5%.
We better charge that in.
And we've been live like 30 minutes and that's just like mostly been silence. Very short. Are cheap Chinese GSM alarms which cost about 50 quid from China. I'm actually surprised because I know a few customers who had Very Sure, but when they got broken into and the alarm never went off. Yeah.
The burglar alarm equivalent of ACO.
Well, it's the so-called burglar alarm of the future, which just uses shitty signs.
Future by arse.
They just glue cheap, tacky signs up on the wall, and you can just peel them off the wall. It's only silica, so you can just pull them off the wall, so it's not really a good deterrent, is it? Very Sure are not UK compliant, they're not made to UK standards. Like, despite that they say that they're great, that they meet grade 2, they actually don't. I've actually been to a few places which the portable control panels just burst into flames. Batteries are popped, and I'm like, right, well, we'll rip that out, and we'll fit you a full professional alarm system with actual CCTV. But at the minute, in the UK though, there's a massive thing going on with Very Sure behind the scenes, and that is because they've been doing some really dodgy trading. I don't know the full story, but a lot of UK companies are literally against them, and they've always questioned them. But yeah, anyway, that's all I've got to say, so thank you everyone for joining the live stream.
Well, this is the first live stream, but it's gone alright.
Yeah. If we ever do another live stream on this channel, then of course
these live streams will officially continue. No, it's not going to be the first and last one.
Phil needs to say it would be nice to do an alarm-related stream at some point.
Yeah, could do it. Okay, hello. Someone's watching this. ZC Fire Systems. Apparently, last time the microphone was actually set on the webcam and not this.
Hello, Alarm Museum. 2 people in 30 seconds. That's quite good. Well, 1 minute 17, more like. In a couple of minutes, I'll probably get something off my chest about a situation that happened recently. You're in for a real treat of a story in a minute. Kind of interesting, but kind of different. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead. It was probably one of the last places on the day that I've been to in this area. So yeah, as the title says, it's kind of obvious, really. But this sort of thing has never happened before. I mean, I go through loads of situations when it comes to picturing fire alarm systems everywhere, particularly in London, but even in London this has never happened before. Sure, we do have the odd other sort of situation of being caught here and there around this area as well as London, but still. How did you know that? Antiques Place in Ely. How did you know that? Yeah, it is that place. Have you been through that situation as well at that place? Or do you just know that I've been there? But let me tell you something. It didn't happen until the very last minute when I'd finished picturing everything. Maybe you should expose this stream to that antique store in Ely, where I got banned from it. I mean, what made you think it was that place? I hadn't even mentioned the place name, have I? I just mentioned that I got banned from a place for picturing their fire alarm system. That's it. I didn't say where it was. Okay, sure, yeah, I suppose the photos give it away, but because I've been banned from that place, I did not tag the locations at the time. I didn't know really what to think, just in case they tracked me down. I mean, really, I've been doing this for nearly 10 years or so. If anything, it had a semi-modern chloride bardic system. The system had no detectors at all. It had loads of call points in which all of them were the same. All of the sounders were all flash news. I did actually picture a load of emergency lights there because there was a big variety of those as well. I probably spent nearly 30 or 40 minutes in that place, and I didn't catch it until literally just as I walked out. It was when at the last minute, well, this is probably why I save the most exposed sort of areas for last, really, in case a situation like that happens, because I start with the areas where you're not very exposed. I mean, I look at a sort of a certain area in the building, I'm like, that bit's a bit exposed. I think better save that bit till last, because I'll only get caught picturing that. I guess it was the right thing to do. Yeah, obviously the last picture was the chloride bardic panel. If anything, it was actually the 8-zone version, which is quite rare. I mean, the only place I'd ever seen the 8-zone version of the chloride bardic zircon, or ADIs it's actually made by, is the Trafalgar Centre. And that one wasn't even chloride bardic brand. It was branded AA Fire. So I'd say it was worth revealing its existence. So yeah, basically I pictured that and then walked out immediately, but slowly, so I don't look like a coward or a criminal if I'm walking away immediately. It kind of makes me look a bit more suspicious if I just leg it from a building after just picturing. Well, I just went outside, but I kind of stayed where I was when I got outside. But one of the guys from in there tracked me down immediately. Well, they'd obviously seen me do it. They say, why are you picturing your alarm system? Well, I say I'm interested in these things. Well, they say, well, I'd rather that wasn't on your phone. Well, I kind of, object to that. And then, next thing I see, he gets his phone out, he takes a picture of me, and then he says, you're banned from this shop. It may have hit hard, but, well, I picture their phone system, and then they picture me. Well, sure, it is kind of necessary to have CCTV like that, but I didn't steal anything, did I? I mean, that's a better reason to get banned from that place. Some people have actually come forward in the comments, particularly Printer Sofa, claiming that he's probably been to this place as well. The closest situation I've had to being banned from a shop, just being asked to leave but not banned from it, like Robert Dias in Holborn, for example, is the closest thing to it. Although somehow I didn't get caught picturing the phone, which isn't quite as accessible. Well, it kind of is a bit in the exposure, but I get caught picturing something absolutely in the public area, but also even more within the exposure. The moment I walked out of that shop, I was thinking, I think I should expose this in a live stream. So yeah, why not expose it on a live stream? It's not like I'm doing something wrong right now. I've done it anyway, so I mean, it's not like the Robert Dias in Holborn. The moment I got caught and then asked to leave, I hadn't quite finished it. I've been one device short. Well, guess what? A couple of months later, I returned to that same place to pitch that last device and didn't get caught the second time. That's like the closest thing to getting banned from a shop, but yet I didn't get banned from that place. And considering that I'd returned to it later on to finish what I'd started, please. No, I'm not going to get away with literally activating a fire alarm system, because then that would be a better reason to get banned from it. But come to think of it, what if I, later on, worked for the fire alarm company that services that system? Cam Alarms is what does it. What if I was to work for that company later on and be called out to the site that I got banned from? Well, I'm here to service your fire alarm system. Then what would they be like then? I don't think I have been through a worse situation than this before. I mean, there was one that I've been been, like I pictured one thing, I'd then been monitored from beyond that point and pictured the last. Yeah, just be warned, it's very creepy to get monitored when you get seen picturing something once and then you get asked about it picturing it again. Yeah, think about it. I've been to like 14 Superdrug stores and only 2 of them have actually been caught picturing their fire alarm system. Like the one in Ilford and apparently the one in Stowmarket. Yeah, but maybe the more I do it, the more it'll be recognised. I'll keep going to various places trying to find old equipment, and I'll picture it if I want to. Besides, there's nothing wrong with picturing fire alarm systems. I'm not damaging them. I'm not messing about with them. I'm just taking a picture of them. But when I was at London Bridge, I was actually there when the fire alarm system was being tested, although I was just leaving on the turbo star towards Eden Bridge. But I managed to capture a bit of it. The video will be uploaded eventually. No, the library hasn't shut down. I see. It was open when I walked past it. Hey Daniel, haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing all right. Probably better now. I've got my confidence on this live stream, particularly with expressing a situation. I guess that's the benefit of going through these situations. You have something to talk about. RDM. Oh wait, that's the wireless, the early wireless equipment. I think that's what it is anyway. No, I haven't seen the early wireless Apollo systems. I have seen a couple of expander. XP95 isn't conventional, mate. It's addressable. I mean, if you look referring to conventional, it'd be like Series 65 or Alarm Sense. I'm just glad I didn't go through schools that had that stuff in them. The most bog standard would be the first one I took note of in 2006 with the early 2000s Hochiki equipment. And even that's probably better quality than Apollo. Yeah, I suppose Asda is another one of those places that may be a disappointment. Like, I mean, I heard a record that Asda used to have 4, but I have no record of that being used. I've only ever seen Protec 6000 or 6000 Plus. Maybe except for that one Asda in Cardiff that's got a bit of the remains of a Ford system, whereas everything else in that system was all 6000 Protec. I even came across a renovation site where they had stripped out the whole system, but because the panel isn't advanced, they had kept it aside and said they were going to reuse it for the new system. I suppose how we knew each other is that guy actually gave me a job in my area to replace the glass in the cool point. And actually, 2 years later, I actually saved that actual fire alarm system myself, and it's in my collection now. So I got the glass back with its fire alarm system. Yeah, I did tell that fire alarm engineer about the fact that I'd saved that system that he had asked me to take over with his job. My headphones are made by Logitech, hence this logo. Look up Logitech headphones. Someone on a B-Face Computing live stream recommended them to me, or at least just the brand name, at least. It gave me enough knowledge to get these headphones anyway, so it counts. Do I have to answer that question? Well, look, I'm just going to say it once again. Yes, and case closed. Let's try this out. This one has no specific subject. If anything, it's random. When was the last time I pictured an FP3? They may be newer, but they're a bit rarer than they seem. Yeah, that's done it. That's the only photo from tonight. I suppose it's probably the bleakest live stream. It's far from interesting. I could say this particular live stream may just be a bit more of an experiment with trying new features. The last time I saw a FP3 was on a really crooked position in Stratford a few months ago. See that? And there was no reason to put it upside down. Well, if someone else has tried to join, I guess that shows the link does work. Well, almost.
Does this work? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I guess it's maybe the first one to actually expose the link just to see if it worked.
Yeah, I think it's working for me, so I think it'll work for others. I actually had a question because obviously I saw your other live stream.
Which other live stream? The previous one or the one previous to that?
The one that the Tesco's one, not the Tesco's one, the one where you got kicked out of the.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, what's your question about it?
I think my question is, why were they being really fussy over it?
Possibly. At the last minute, they obviously knew what I was picturing.
It's probably because it was a really dodgy system or something. Judging by you said that,
but it wasn't, though, was it?
Did you say it had no smoke detectors?
Yeah, but that's not really the dodgiest I've seen. And that one may have been one of the newest I've seen with no detectors. I mean, the newest system I'd seen with no detectors was like a brand new CTEC system in a quality discount. Not the sort of place you'd expect to find no detectors, particularly on a brand new system. Well, you can easily add detectors to a system like that anyway, so it is possible. Yeah. I don't find addressable easier in the slightest. Who knows, I just need a bit more experience with it, if anything. I mean, most people say the Banshee XL sounds are really good, and I can certainly agree on that. They are certainly very good sounders. I wonder if the old Hochinki CH UBS is multi-tone as well. It did say something about a tone sheet for one of those. It doesn't only replicate Fullion tones, it also replicates Banshee tones as well. But I bet it doesn't have as much as 51. What's the worst brand in your opinion? I'd say with exception to ACO, which doesn't count, in which it's so bad you don't speak of it, I'd say Fike is the worst brand, with their delicate panels and their cheap cool points and their ugly detectors. And they're surprisingly good sounding sounders though, but that's it. I mean, their panels don't last long at all, especially now. JNS. Don't know what this is all about. Besides, I can't actually hear anything. Are you aware that I'm kind of watching someone type in something? Oh, I see, mic is broken. If I were you, I wouldn't get those cheap Chinese microphones that don't work at all. You mean 1980s generic panel? Hang on a second. Yes, I was. Not like I actually had one. That National Alarm Company panel actually came from a little renovation site. If anything, it was probably the most disgusting modernisation I'd seen. I mean, that system dates to 1986 and it's still going strong. And guess what it was replaced with? Something that is going to be far from lasting anywhere near as long as that panel did. It was replaced with brand new Fike. I'm going to be prepared to return it to cover the unreliable Fike equipment. Yeah, that was last year I saved that National Alarm Company panel, along with its devices. I'm afraid I don't have that cool point anymore. In fact, I sold it 2 years ago. If you ask me about that demo board, it's kind of been cancelled, but not really cancelled because, well, I kind of found an alternative. You may have seen in later videos after that, but that particular demo board has now been scrapped, the idea basically. I forgot most modern ball points even had LEDs. With your battery?
Yeah, I just shot myself with a 12
Because that's never happened to me before.
Yeah, if you put two bits of wire together and then touch the middle of it.
Yeah, well, I'm never moving to wireless. It's too expensive and too bog standard for my liking. It's one of those things. Yeah, they're called the FM bedroom sounders. They're actually unusually rare. Go the other way. When I got my first Banshee sounder, it didn't come with the thing that plugs into the tone settings. Now it works. It didn't seem like max volume, it just seemed the same level. Okay, that seemed a bit louder. I didn't realise the FM bedroom sounder could do that.
Yeah, I know. How's this a bedroom sounder?
I'm sure it is, but that's just what they're called. I guess it is kind of a dedicated bedroom sounder. Okay, how'd it go?
That's not a max volume.
It's normally me that's the most quiet on a live stream, and now the tables have turned.
You turning it up?
No, opposite. I mean, braces.
Sometime. Why the hell in your chat did someone just say yes, Daddy Jones? I asked basically the king of fire alarms, JM. He said he'd make a video on it, but he never did.
I wonder if you can edit comments.
Oh, hello, JM. I just literally just noticed JM's it, so...
Well, I didn't know he had a 5.5 thousand. I guess it was kind of discontinued for a reason. That's kind of why it's extremely vulnerable. You can actually activate the system with a wireless call point that you bring into the building, and it can somehow link itself to the system. Apparently they do now. Apparently Gent do a wireless system. Well, I think I've heard about it since 2017. I mean, I heard Norwich Railway Station had got a Gent wireless system, even though I thought Norwich Station didn't even have a fire alarm system. Yeah, I think that's what it was called. Well, I suppose it needs something to replace Expander, seeing as EMS Fire Cell improved it. Oh yeah, Nissan ones definitely. They're definitely quite good. Sure, I should know Protec is very expensive as well. I've heard of it, but I've never actually seen one. If you're referring to Fike, you're probably referring to your metal fire alarm panel, the only ever decent Fike panel. Yeah, I do at least have Shum Mark III Power Master, which is a 24 volt power supply.
And let's just check with the microphones on the right setting. That's the webcam one.
I think this is what we need. Okay, I think I'll just try and get straight to the point right now. You may remember a couple of live streams ago I explained about being banned from a place in Ely for picturing the whole firearm system. You think that was the worst situation I had? No, it just wasn't. Besides, that situation only lasted like 2 minutes. This next one is, I'd say, much worse. The next one at least lasted no less than 10 minutes and probably up to about 20. I kind of thought that I'd probably be caught in London when in the end I get banned from a place in Ely, which is miles out of London first, but no, this one now is in London, so this is kind of a more realistic situation, unlike last time. I don't know about being banned is exactly the case, but being detained, this is kind of a long and intense story in some cases. I mean, I was going to call the title, I got detained illegally for picturing their firearm system. What did they detain me for? Just for picturing one device in one shop in a place that I've been to loads of other times from 2016, and if anything this time I'd went, I probably pictured the least amount of photos, and now something happens. I mean, I was going down to Goodmo's oh wait, no, I'd already done that. That was a different day, wasn't it? Well, if anything, later on I went to North London, but I mean that was the plan anyway. But I decided to stop over at Ilford because I needed to sort something out with Nationwide, and I only went into this place because I needed to go to the bathroom. That's kind of the only reason why I went in there. But I kind of figured out that I was not really finished with picturing the firearm system there, so I decided to find anything else that I may have missed last time. Well, I may have pictured several photos before this last one. As usual, no one notices. It's when I come to the last one, although I may have eyed it for a second thinking it was a JSB call point, probably decided not to picture it, but I took a closer look at it and realised it was a jump call point, and then decided to picture it because it was different. But now, if it had been a JSB call point, then I wouldn't have been able to picture it because I'd already pictured loads of the FX201s already, as I thought it was, because they're probably the most common. Except the only difficulty is this call point was kind of hidden behind a mannequin because it was a clothes shop. It was not an authorised area though, because it was just right next to the call point. I had to go behind it, if anything, in the spotlight. I mean, there was a guy standing further away from me first. He didn't eye me at first, but it was probably a bit time consuming to picture that call point because I had to easily edge around to picture it. It may have taken up to 10 seconds. And the next thing I know, well, what starts off as a normal questions turns into a bit of aggression. Well, I'm like, well, here we go, another situation like this. But no, it's just a lot more than that. If anything, it's like that call point was a trap. They must have known I had been there previously and wanted to catch me. I don't have footage of the first bit, but I kind of remembered that I should record any situation, especially one like this, if it ever happens. Similar situations like the first bit of this one has happened before, like in Boots in Hammersmith, but the only difference, they were not so much aggressive. Well, in this particular one, like, it starts off as the usual words, but then the next thing I hear is, well, okay, of course he kind of asked me to delete the photo, and I kind of say no, like I did last time someone had said that to me, and the time before that. They just normally give in or something. But no, what does this guy do? Well, if anything, like, after that, he said that I was on private property. But it wasn't, and I wouldn't have been able to get into it if it was actually private property, would I? You can't think that as trespass. Besides, trespassing isn't a crime anyway. It's like he's trying to find excuses to get me to delete that photo. I mean, that's not the only excuse he came up with. There's loads of others as well. I'll be exposing the video. I don't mean that. I mean picturing firearm systems. The thought of picturing firearm systems being illegal. That's what I'm talking about. It's not about people having firearm systems. Of course that's legal. I mean, this video is aimed at possibly the previous situation and now this one. Particularly aimed at this one. I don't really care about the other one because the other one was far from intense, unlike this one. Well, you may think I'm the only person who does it. Well, certainly people in that place will definitely think I'm the only person who does it, but I clearly am not. Certainly if we were in America, it's really common. If anything, UK firearm systems are underrated. Who's saying that? Let me tell you something. Shop owner of Exchange Ilford is saying that. There you go. If anything, I've got 2 minutes worth of, well, how long was it actually? About probably up to 5 minutes worth of footage within possibly not the worst part of the situation, but possibly it was during me being detained. I walk out, a guy follows me right up to the escalator towards the exit. He just walks alongside me. He's just constantly talking to me, but last minute he chooses to call security and tries to claim that I'm doing something illegal. Of course, being security, I'm not expecting them to be nice about it because it never happens. I'm used to people catching me and being nasty about it, but this one's probably the most nastiest yet. The most common mistakes are like terrorists. That's what they normally mistake me for. But when I say that I'm not a terrorist and that I'm more of an enthusiast, because the security actually looked at the pictures on my phone, he kind of found out that I've been doing this more often than they seem. They also know where I live as well. They're like so shocked about the fact that I come from 70 miles away from where they are just to picture phone systems, like wherever I go. They just call me fucking weird. They literally did swear at that point as well. Well, sure, they didn't exactly see the Instagram page, and nor did they see the previous pictures, although I did tell them that I'd previously been there loads of other times and pictured whatever else there was, basically. Although they probably were this close to calling the police on it, and I actually thought they were going to do it, even though they probably would have been wasting police time. I think there's loads of times that being questioned and being caught, it happens loads of times, especially in London. Well, they can ban me from Exchange Ilford for all I care. I suppose I've kind of finished with picturing its foreign system anyway, especially now. I mean, I don't know if I was banned from there. It never got confirmed with me being banned from there in the end. I'll be honest with you, it was quite scary being illegally detained and probably, I don't know, maybe being threatened. I mean, if I had the whole lot recorded, oh yeah, that reminds me, they did find out that I was recording it, in which I kind of stopped that immediately. But the reason I'd done it is because they were being too much of a drama queen and too aggressive about what I was doing. And main reason is because someone had told me if I was ever in a situation like that I should record it and expose it. So that's why I'd done it, because I knew it was going to be horrible. Maybe they don't have to ban me, I might just not go back there again. Although I still had my nationwide job to do first in the bank. Inside I was kind of shaking, still stressed out, and then I would leave Ilford immediately. I mean, I even said to them, hey, it's not like I'm surfing your lift. Now that would be a more likely reason to illegally detain me like that. I mean, really, what was true thinking that security guys actually were doing the right thing when it comes to lift surfing, but what the hell gives them the right to treat me like the so-called lift-surfing moron? They know every little bit about me. Some say security guys are meant to be the nice people, but with my experience, they just aren't. It wasn't them that started it. They were just called out by one of many shop owners. Still, I don't really know what to think, but this guy was just absolutely crazy. Okay, sure, they asked me, how would you feel if you recorded someone? Well, you know what I said? I said I wouldn't care if anyone had done that to me, because I'm sure they probably do have something to say about it. When he found out that I pictured, well, another convoy within the same place, or he probably didn't know whether it was in the same place or not. Probably didn't care either. He asked me to delete that one as well. This is why I kind of lost it with my temper when I'd already gone that far. Still, he's already been an absolute drama queen about it. Okay, sure, I take control of myself like less than seconds afterwards, but I just felt that was not in the same shop. If anything, I kind of shouted at him. But I am being serious here. I'm just becoming fed up of people thinking that the thought of picturing foreign systems is illegal. I've just had it up to here now with these situations I go through most of the time. I mean, they just treat me like they treat that guy. I mean, really, still, I'm trying my best not to give in to any of it, like I did last time. Well, if anything, the more I do it, the more knowledge people will get about my kind. But it seems to me that I probably get the worst kind of situations all the time. I mean, I will try and get my own back one of these days. I mean, forget Ely, I'm going to do it here instead. Sure, normally when it comes to a different kind of situation, they normally do it under trespass. If these guys called the police, they would have done it under terrorism. But I suppose this is probably what makes urbexing safer than public buildings. I mean, this is why I need to retake up urbexing and ditch the public places. Because I'm fed up of being caught in public places. I'm still patiently waiting for it. I thought I had done it last year, but everyone else has forced me to go against them. So what choice do I have? Oh, please, just being told you can't picture. I can name loads of times that's happened to me, particularly in London, but not just in London, it happens everywhere. I suppose there was even that one time that I had pictured equipment in Paternoster Square in central London. This guy wasn't all that aggressive, but he kind of did say, you can't just go around the city picturing firearm systems. Oh, a Tyco, that's fine. That's not too much of a disgusting modernisation, I guess. XP95 replacing Tyco. Technically, loads of people don't understand this. I mean, you can just go somewhere and picture a foreign system and get caught, and anyone you get caught by will not understand it in the slightest. Okay, sure, I look weird, especially when I come to somewhere just to picture the foreign system. And tell the shop owners to mind their own business as well instead of being horrible. Tell that to Exchange Ilford. This is probably what I should do every time I get caught. I think I've only done this on one occasion. Because think about it, when you become a fire alarm engineer, you'll have the authority to do it. So you'll be less likely to be caught doing it. I mean, I'd only done this once. Sometimes I forget about doing it, because I probably keep giving up hope about it. I mean, you wait, one of these days, I'll have the authority to do this when I'm a fire alarm engineer. That's basically the idea of doing it. That's probably the same with being a lift engineer as well. Even the fire alarm engineers have the authority to surf lifts as well, because it is possible. What if they eventually call me out to have a look at their fire alarm system in a place that I'm banned from? Well, I'm going to be like, no, you banned me from that place. I'm not allowed to be in there, am I? Yeah, I suppose companies around here, I guess. Or maybe ADT would sack their engineers because they're enthusiasts. That's what they're like. That's why I'm coming forward. Both this one and the previous situation. Why not expose it in a live stream? Because the awareness needs to be raised. Well, you may remember I said I mentioned at least I'm not surfing a lift, but I did mention the guy who does it. I feel a bit out of control at that point. So sorry about that. Oh, you got an ADC call point in your profile picture. Yeah, good evening. Guy with the same name as me. Yeah, I'm not letting anything get to me about this. I'm not stopping doing it. Show on stream. There you go. I think, if I'm right, it should have the audio on there as well. Oh, it's an LG washer. It's probably better than mine as well. That's where I got all that Pathfinder class that I have. Before that system was removed, basically.
Good morning.
Actually, I'll probably get the benefit of actually reacting to videos.
Like halfway?
I watched a video of people breaking that glass. 1980s.
She's been injured in a car crash.
Okay. Well, like that one I saw in Sainsbury's local. Don't pin this on the reaction videos. Actually, I wonder what this does.
Really needed one for ages.
Okay, yeah.
Birthday boy.
Probably not. That's all Putin Railways. Oh, it's a 376 electric store.
Because anything could. I'm just wearing them to travel with. I've got little heels in my bag. Because they help. Because they help my back. Yeah, and it's annoying wearing heels all day. That's how I feel. Do it again. Yeah, that's how I feel about
Yeah, I
heels.
don't need to make a big deal out of it. Oh, they're still in the old livery. Well, 2016. Well, I know in 2015 some of them were still in the old South Eastern livery that they started off in 1999 when they entered service.
Do you How many years ago was you meant to take me to the Oxo Tower?
Take you there about 4 years ago.
But what happened?
I left my wallet at home.
No, you didn't.
No, did I not?
You lost it.
Oh yeah, I lost it, didn't I? No. Did I lose my wallet or did I lose my card?
I think you lost your brain.
I never had one to lose. Well done there.
What?
I think you passed away. Where? Oh yeah, there's Nando's.
I've heard the Odlon Wire 5 because I've seen those on fire alarm systems more often. Yeah, we don't really have much more of Orpington in this video, so let's find another one. You're saying Fire Angel is better than Echo? That's kind of weird. Oh yeah, it was this one, wasn't it? Blue Water.
It's going to be a very good day.
I went here with
because we
well,
always,
you know who,
for the last time
after filming that video of Unusual View of Dartford.
Together,
I
we've
went
never
here.
had a parking space.
This may be too time consuming, to be honest.
I've like got an extra stone inside me.
Well, I'll just have a look again.
Hungry. Will you buy dinner for me?
Yes, Tom.
I actually pictured all that when I went there.
Yes, Tom.
I might have even uploaded it on 925 Extra. As its main film system, it actually has a cheeky system.
Where do you want your clothes from?
I think I pictured one of the detectors. And also the Marks and Spencer's in Blue Water. That's where that opened up ADT panel was.
You don't look horrendous.
Okay, I'll be honest. What do you mean Exeter? Have I been there? No, I haven't. I was just walking by talking to, you know who. I mean, if I say this, you won't seem like a moron at all. That's probably why I don't hate it. But yeah, I went here in 2021, and I'd never been here before then, so... Well, I mean, of course I've been past Dartford Bridge loads of times, probably in the past and present, but I've never been under there on the Thames, let alone Blue Water Centre in Greenhithe. I may be able to see Greenhithe from Dartford, but I've never actually been there until then. Is that Waterstones?
First weight loss, but you're fine.
No, put it on properly.
This can't be, I'm panicking. But they're going to be like,
You have plastics in your side your panel.
We've got that spot.
They're not even putting into it.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, they will be well happy. They're probably like, this never happens.
Oh yeah, this bit.
Look at him in that shirt. He's trying to make out that he's really happy about it, but he's absolutely fuming.
Yeah, right.
There he is.
Oh yeah, remember a couple of months ago I went to a Tesco SO Express, first one, near Footscray, and this is the one here.
Next stop.
That's the one I went to.
Shoes off, please.
So yeah, I've been to the actual Tesco Express. Well, let's say years later.
Fat feet.
That is rude!
Maybe let's just cut this bit off now. As I said, I do have a lot more to say about it. Don't expect to, I'm not going to expose it this time. I mean, it was only recently I discovered this. You'd expect it to be in just somewhere you don't know about, really. There's Petswood Station, where also, if you don't know, the iconic South Eastern logo is still on the actual signage at the front, which is just down there. All this is just easily recognisable. I think it was the first island I pictured the fire alarm system in, actually. Design on BQ is very common. I would give them a go, actually. This is a really good shot of a 375. This part of the South Eastern mainline is very active. Just wish I'd started filming, like, I don't know, 2006, when everything was more worth seeing. I once said that a 12-car networker complete set was unusual. Maybe now it isn't. That's the Tesco SO Express that I just mentioned. Well, first Tom Parker went to this one, and now I did without knowing, obviously, because I just regularly roam these places. I don't do it because someone else has been there. I just treat it as if I'm the only one doing it. Okay, there's the Tesco on Footscray. This Tesco has a completely original, modernised Apollo system. They're not interesting to people who like vintage equipment, that's the case. Even if the equipment they use actually is reliable. But yeah, third one in a row, you can tell things are not going well right now. You thought Ilford was the worst place just because it was in London? I don't know, but being banned is probably the least of my problems. I've never seen a cathedral even with a fire alarm system before. I'm glad you bought that Zonemaster off me. Really? I saw you turn it on in that video, so that counts. Well, I suppose I had been caught in Wicks in Colchester, but that was an extremely minor situation and it was accepted. Your own garage or a quick fit garage. I thought that shopping centre in Dagenham was a lot dodgier to picture than Ilford, because I'd actually been caught twice in that place, but the situations did not involve any detaining or being banned from it. But I decided just to ease off and be careful again. Although the system in that shopping centre in Dagenham is actually really rare. But yeah, you might have to just ease off and just only aim for the really rare equipment. I guess for a while I've always said that depending on what industrial estate you're in, they do tend to have all the good stuff. I thought it was already quite clean, actually. In fact, I'm going to share Google Maps on it like I did in the last stream. That may be, but there's no signs of me actually doing it. Getting my phone out. How am I supposed to press the call point with a flat front like that? This live is entirely about fire alarm photos. Situations are just absolutely getting worse, and it's not about Ilford. No one, and I mean no one, really understands. That's the thing. Well, did you test it right this minute? Would you expect to find a Zonemaster like that in a public place? We wouldn't find it in Tesco. Tesco's never used Chubb anyway. All I know is that Zonemaster came from somewhere in Cambridge. I highly doubt it came from a public place. Well, you know what? The problem with ADT is not their equipment, it's how much they sell them for, and the staff, the attitudes. Tyco's Manchester branch actually has loads of bad reviews as if it's like Verisure. Well, thank you for pointing that out. Well, I'm very sure that Verisure is shit. Verisure or ADT. Well, please say ADT, because I'd rather you said that instead of Verisure. Verisure is not a burglar alarm system. It's a spy camera from China. Yeah, do you think all of these places look particularly easy to just walk in, picture their fire alarm system and get out again? You've only seen one system with Verisure. I've seen loads, particularly around London. Well, you see, this is what that guy was talking about. You know how he claims that most people selfishly keep the really decent lifts to themselves and the public ones are just cheap, nasty ones that you get. I think exactly the same thing with people who keep really rare fire alarm systems to themselves and that they don't want me picturing them. That's basically the problem. All I want to do is just picture it to reveal its existence. Some people might want to know about it. So yeah, they always modernise the fire alarm systems in the most accessible and safe places. But think about it, if it were in an unauthorised area, that'd be a different story. A public shop is a bit emptier than usual. It does have a risk of you being more exposed, and that's probably why I was caught in Ilford, because actually not very many people were actually in that shop at the time of me picturing that call point. The only other person in there was the person that caught me. I guess he didn't look like he was a member of staff at first. They may be desperately looking for images of equipment that they know exist, but there's no evidence of their existence. And that's where fire alarm photos comes in. And then people will be like, that's like the equipment I saw somewhere. Well, I don't know where, but most of the time people try to look for it, but never find evidence of its existence and just assume that they were wrong of what they saw. You heard what I said about Ely, for example. Then we go to Ilford. Although, when I compare that situation to this one, Ilford doesn't seem like anything at all now. I mean, when they found out who I really was, they seemed kind of neutral, surprised. And this guy goes around the UK just to picture fire alarm systems? That's just weird. I mean, when they finally let me go, they seemed to be accepting. I suppose when I said that at least I'm not surfing your lift, and actually I kind of realised that lifts in Exchange Ilford have been surfed. But why does it look a lot easier to surf a lift than picture fire alarm system? Why does no one who's ever surfed a lift go through that situation? What was that he said? Thanks for Exchange Ilford for not catching them in the slightest, when I, on the other hand, have been in there, pictured just one call point in one random shop, and someone overreacts about it and calls security and detains me for that, and not surfing a lift. Security itself isn't really the worst enemy either. It's actually just general staff that can overreact. No, but the people in Ilford were this close to calling the police, and not for trespass, for terrorism. Well, I don't understand really. Since they said that they were going to do it under terrorism and not trespass, made me more scared. I'm just going to probably let it happen. If anyone wants to put me in prison, they can do that. But you'll never take down phone photos, because it's there for a reason. I'm not particularly familiar with picturing phone systems in industrial states. I just know that they tend to have really good equipment. I mean, you may have seen that latest picture on phone photos. Why do you think the quality is bad? Why do you think it looks like something that was taken in a horror movie? It's all too real. It had to be taken in an instant. I thought Ilford was being verbally abusive. You saw that video. You heard most of the verbal abuse I got, but that was nothing. We had left. I was walking on this side of the road, but I caught a glimpse of what appeared to be, well, an old-looking call point. I decided just to walk over and have a look at it. Because it was really exposed, I kind of attempted to try and picture it from the outside, but rejected it because of the bad quality. So I decided just to leave immediately. So I kind of proceeded to continue and just try and think of a plan on how to get into that place eventually. So yeah, I proceeded to just take a look at the system and then just moved off again. But then someone must have seen me taking a look at it and came out, and then I decided to reverse the process and take that opportunity for the sake of picturing a really rare fire alarm system. And so the first staff comes out, probably the least aggressive of the lot, but kind of following through with the most aggressive of the lot. Well, this is something I very rarely do, but because there was kind of no way in anyway, it was kind of a bit of a blockage. I wouldn't have been able to push her out of the way and just picture it and then leave again. Well, that probably would have been a better idea, but it would have resulted into disaster. It's obvious that it's a rare fire alarm system, so I decided to explain everything about me, but when the gap becomes bigger, I attempt to picture it. Well, I think by then the staff come out as well and probably see what's going on. All were British. When I proceed, things really go off the rails. If you can't get into a place, you kind of have to break your rules a little bit. Speaking of which, you might have to come up with new ones that may have an extreme consequence. Well, I attempt to picture what's in there, but she has something else in mind. She just grabs my phone like that, puts it over the lens deliberately. Well, this is where I become a bit more talkative, but probably not standing up enough. But then this extremely aggressive guy covers them. The first impression is extremely bad language for a start. Normally I wouldn't take that, but this one's kind of different. Yeah, it says something, and then the next thing he says is, "Why don't you fuck off and get out of this place?" Like, you know, like some, what do you call it? It may get you to like pretty badly, but I continued to fight back, but not in a way that I did at Ilford. You can tell this person clearly isn't the kind you want to be with, and just shows authorities are not trustworthy in the slightest. Well, at least it didn't last 30 minutes of being detained, but I can't give up for a rare system like that, can I? I don't normally pitch phone systems like this, where I close up my phone. Well, in fact, I did the same thing when I was recording the abusive attitude in Ilford, so that they wouldn't see that I was recording. Well, I probably should have done it here as well, but let's not forget, I'm using the same phone to do that and picture phone systems, so that makes it impossible. And what was more important, that the existence of what they had to be revealed. It had to be done. I proceed, hold my phone closed out like this, and hit this button. This is probably why I probably need to turn the sound off on my phone as well, because I don't like the fact that my phone makes a noise when it actually pictures, and that's probably what gives it away. Things really go off the rails due to that procedure. And the only reason that I got out of it had been saved at this very point, when things could have ended up really bad. Well, I don't know what they could have done, but they probably could have at least called the police something. This is just where things just go too far with this whole being caught for picturing fire alarm systems thing. I do it alone all the time. I'd even expressed a lot more than I could have done in Ilford. And actually, this is something else I rarely do. I showed them my Instagram. Well, I suppose kind of did that at the last minute in Ilford, but only because they forced me to show it to them. Well, actually, no, they had not seen the Instagram. They had just seen my general photos. I mean, I could just tell. This guy said it to me himself. You're clearly messed up inside in every way. I mean, I tried to raise awareness, but you can tell he says, I don't want to be aware of your kind. This is where things kind of get different, because the situation being worse than Ilford and Ely, but being so bad, I actually broke down to tears, particularly for a situation like this. I mean, I reacted exactly the same way that is shown in another video of a very similar situation. The fact that I reacted in that way in the end, it just makes me feel very weak. Well, now I'm just going to prepare myself and expect them to send me to prison for picturing photo systems all the time. But the fact is, I don't know why people treat me like I'm someone else. Why can't I just mention his name? I could just be talking about anyone, really. But it's just everyone's so against him, and people have forced me to do so. But when I compare the good moments to other people that I've dealt with, it makes me more likely to overlook him. Hence why I may have tried to attempt to come forward about him, but kind of failed because I've been overtaken by the bad side of it and been forced to go against him. The fact is, I'm not personally against him, but at the moment I'm just neutral and not getting involved in any more going against him. I'm finished. Well, now I just don't think I can trust anyone. No one ever accepts my interest that I deal with. No one I deal with ever accepts it. And that's why if I was a photo engineer, they would have to accept it, because it's my job. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to recover over this latest one, because I think I've only just recovered over the Ilford one at that very point. The B&Q where I addressed rumours that Clarkson Safety Services actually is possible to be found in a B&Q as well as home base. How long has this been here for? And in shops? Oh god, what have they done? I don't know how to get to it. Oh, it's Tesco. Oh, look at that. No alarm museum. I think you're here at the right time to hear about this. Co-op incidents, or just coincidence if you want to put it that way. I'm just going live on here just while we wait for B-Face Computing to return. If anything, these are the first photos since after the 10-year anniversary. So yeah, that's what it looks like now. Although you should have seen some of these letters have been ripped off. If we go back to 2009, you can see that it used to be a Summerfields. A few hours earlier this morning, I had found this on eBay. Multi-alarms. That's when I found out the existence of that type of bell. But yeah, we come to a few hours later. We find one in person of the same brand, the same multi-alarms logo. That's the first one I ever went to, back in late 2015. Used to go into it when it was a Summerfields, basically. Well, probably because I used to regularly go around this area when I lived in London as well, so that's probably why. Oh yeah, I've been to that one, haven't I? Sort of early 2000s alarm sense. Oh, is that where it comes in? It's not even there. Oh, look at that.
I mean, I think it's obvious the title says it all.
You've had a bit of a difficult time lately, haven't you?
It's not just this difficult time, it's every other CGT before it as well, but this is probably the first one with retail, or at least the highest one with retail.
Yeah.
Although it's not good when they go for something cheap like Fike or ESP Firelight.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially when they do a very poor job at the layout too.
There's an antique centre in Lancaster and their system seems really sceptical. Maybe it works, it just looks dubious.
I think when you look on pictures on Google Earth, sometimes it doesn't always help very much.
No, but
really exactly what it is.
When you sat at home at 20 to 9, what's your alternative?
I also hear something about, well, in the early 2000s, that Focus had actually bought Homebase out. The only reason that makes sense is that the B&M in Stockport looks to me like it salvaged a Focus, but it was actually a Homebase.
Oh, right, okay. We both know that Sainsbury's used to own Homebase, the voice alarm.
Have you looked at the external repeater?
Good shout.
That's the one thing you must always check in every Sainsbury's and or Homebase.
Is that anything there? That?
Can't quite make it out, to be honest.
Let's use timeline and see if that helps.
A Vega. So just instant recognition. Has it been blanked out though? Well, I mean, that indicates that it's all addressable then. Well, I see you use the same method in order to prove what's actually in there.
Yeah.
I did actually find a white, very old Star Roshni with the old logo in WH Smith's.
This Roshni.
Where is it?
Oh, it's still on. I didn't realise it did that. I'm not used to using this with Brave. Hang on a minute. Didn't realise it was tab specific and I've just picked the wrong one again.
Yeah, that type of Roshni. That's the class as the old Star Roshni.
But they're not the very original ones. I have heard.
You've known about that channel anyway.
Blue Cylinder.
Yeah, because I've known about it since at least 2011.
Same. You just search fire alarm and it's the first one to appear.
Famous phone videos of all time.
Oh, we'll have a look around this antique centre because it has 360. There's the panel.
C-Tech.
There's a Viper there. A Viper there.
Yeah, definitely a Viper.
I do like this place though. They have some interesting stuff in terms of collectibles. I actually have a bell in my fire alarm collection that I bought from here.
What kind of bell was it?
It's a old Friedland.
Probably a 12-volt one, no deal.
No, it's mains.
Would have been my second guess. Why have they done that? I thought they were held in with screws.
There's one of the old bells that are not used anymore.
Are there any old call points left as well? So it's...
I don't know, to be honest. You know this stuff better than me. I won't.
How do
try
I?
and dig
There's some things you know a lot better than me, to be honest.
Thank you. Well, I know more about voice alarm stuff than you.
Exactly. As much as it interests me, I still don't know too much about it.
Oh, we've got level crossing creations. I've gone off fire alarms recently, so trying to get back into things, fair enough.
So you're switching back to train swing. So now I have.
You become one of us, Matt. Yeah, railways is my main thing.
I've been all this time I was kind of an anonymous train spotter. I recently expanded up north. I started at Telford Loop, so a cross-country HS2.
Nice. They're going very soon.
That's why I went there to go and see them.
You'd like Leyland as well. Leyland station's really busy. We have a lot of stuff coming through because it's right on the West Coast main line. The Play Centre appear to install their own system.
Oh well, SMS detectors. I find the E2S standards on level crossings may be bog standards, like finding an addressable system in a Tesco.
Yes, a lot of people have that opinion with E2S.
Are you saying that Clifton Cell still made the wire free?
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's right, but it's branded as MoFlash.
I never gave them my address, but they could track down my details through my car.
I think what Matt's saying is they saw him get into the car. I wouldn't worry about it, in all honesty.
Well, I just said it was over. That short that I made also says it all. You could say that it really is the same reaction. It really isn't working at all. All I ever see in home-based is Nosefire or conventional advanced or haze panels.
I think that fire action sign was left over back from when it was a factory. I hate it when they mount panels high up like that. Oh yeah, I need to reset the fire alarm. I need to get the ladders out to get up to the panel whilst I'm being deafened, you know.
How do you still function properly when you get up there and silence it, unlike a stupid echo?
It makes a really loud chime when they do announcements as well. It's so loud.
What, like in B&M?
Worse than B&M.
What's worse than B&M?
Bing, 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 bing. That's literally.
I'm not sure that's really that much worse than B&M.
The thing that annoys me with B&M is the speaker layout is stupid. They only use speakers mounted onto the walls, even though they could quite easily mount them in the ceiling, which means you have to have them on really loud.
B&M even trashes addressable home bases too.
Yeah.
Just haven't really been trying with B&Q because they're worse than home base on average. They either have polygonal sites on.
This person here just took a picture of the speaker.
Was it you?
No. It wasn't.
We would have done if no one else had done it, right?
I think I did actually take a picture of one, but I didn't upload it. But someone else has obviously took a picture of the speaker. Found it interesting.
Yeah, but I don't think there's anyone who travelled from like Northamptonshire to Birmingham and then Birmingham to Derby and Derby to Nottinghamshire. As far as I know, most B&Ms I know are trash home based have done it a lot earlier than this. Like the one in Leytonstone was trashed as early as 2015.
I think it had the older JSB detectors.
What, the system sensor design?
No, the maybe it is.
You're not going to find it on the web. Trust me, you won't. This is why farming plans exist, remember?
Oh.
I think I'm going to find a picture of one on my photos before you do.
I bet you will.
I mean, I recently saw one of those JSB sectors that you were talking about in Birmingham. This JSB sector here, is that what you were looking for?
Yes.
I mean, there aren't any pictures of those on the web, are there? And this is aimed at home base in Nottingham. Still didn't have what I was looking for. Still had a nose fire panel. At a halfway point, one member of staff, assuming that he may have been aiming for me, besides my encounter was a different member of staff after that one. Yeah, you know how home base has a bath store?
Yeah.
Started in the bath store section. I think as for getting into the middle, I was approached by staff. Again, this particular one wasn't documented like Ilford, because it always starts so soft. Ilford didn't start soft at all. That one started really, really rough, unlike this one, which slowly progressed. Although, why has this one got 1% higher than Ilford's? It's down to the threats at the end. You'll never
What did they threaten you with?
banning me from literally every home base.
But they don't have the power to do that. That's down to head office to make that call.
Well, they could have
The
done.
individual.
Besides,
Yeah.
I mean, on that note, the one who called me was the manager.
The store manager.
Yeah.
He doesn't manage the company, does he?
Well, I think the flaw that I made was picturing one of the devices in front of a camera. I mean, I should have just followed that method I did in Catford Homebase, where I avoided picturing something because there was a camera right next to it. But the only other home base that has had something happen to it is Waltham Cross in North London.
CGT is...
It's a short version of Quartz.
Yes.
Problem is, I hadn't given it all I've got in Ilford, and I hadn't even given it all I got in the next one after that. The worst CGT by far.
They can't send you to prison for that.
They can try, and I know they will.
I don't think it will get that far. I think there just needs to be more of an understanding.
I already tried that. I can't do it anymore. I tried that with this home base, and I even tried it with the highest level. It doesn't work. And including the Sainsbury's in Wellingborough in Northamptonshire.
The southeast.
Southeast. I don't think any CGT has occurred in Kent or Sussex.
Did I say southeast? I meant southwest.
Southeast.
It's southwest which tends to be worse. Did they say, can I see the pictures you've taken?
Yeah, I think this one lasted nearly as long as Ilford, with no details given and with just making a final decision. I'm done. Yeah, well, sometimes I get bored on Jordan's live streams as well. That was a stupid decision not to pitch that particular bell in the Trafalgar Centre, but I got a second chance with the Sainsbury's in Beckenham. That wasn't what I was aiming for, though. Penge home base is the one that has the most notifier in it. Guy of Transfer Express 185 as a profile picture commented hello.
Did he? Oh yes.
Don't know who that is, but thank you.
Flashing Red Productions. Is that Scriv?
Who? Oh.
It is Scriv.
Who's that again?
It is Will Scriven. He is great level crossing YouTuber. Should
Is he about all the wire free?
Yes, that's him.
Same guy you claim kind of lives near Level Crossing.
Yeah.
I went through 2 more home bases after that one, and then finally Newport, which finally I found what I was looking for in that home base. In every other home base since, no other CGT ever occurred in the rest. The only one before that was Waltham Cross in North London. Literally straight after the home base in Nottingham, I applied the limit and tested it out in the following home bases after that. 508 coach, just noticed that. Yeah.
It's plushy.
Yeah, didn't they have one?
You can flip it around. The other side does actually have the grey livery on it.
Wait, is it dual-sided?
Yep.
You know what else would be good? Silverlink. Well, I know the 508s did. No, wait, the 508s did carry that livery, didn't they? Those that ran on the Watford DC line, only a few of them did, though, and they were probably inherited from South East.
Have you read the blog post that I wrote? Oh no, you have. Yeah, you have read it. Of course you have. Yeah. Because you asked me who en route was.
Well, what it was, I didn't know if it was.
Belle's just casually. Yeah, she was just casually mating with my duvet.
Does that count as an interruption? Well, since the 508s actually did carry Silverlink, they should do plushie in that livery as well. See if they didn't, I certainly get one.
I think it could be possible because I do not think it's Merseyrail who make them. I think they just sell them. I think it's a different company that makes them separately.
Merseyrail didn't manufacture them, they ordered them.
Yeah.
BREL made all of their kinds, you know.
Oh, sorry, I meant the plush toys.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, stood on my cable. You were wanting to discuss the Primark.
Well, actually, this one's probably more honest than the last one, because it's not just about CGT, is it? I mean, have you seen the thumbnail that I put up on this? This is something I already knew about Primark prior to this. Well, not prior to the others.
In terms of what?
Slave labour.
Oh, yeah, Primark has been suspicious of that. Even Apple has been accused of that in the past.
It doesn't matter because I don't buy Apple products anymore. I only briefly knew about this probably a few months before this happened, but I think literally straight afterwards, knowing that it was a Primark, I actually researched more about it myself. I do remember something about them putting like heavy equipment in a very weak kind of old building that's collapsed with the weight of the equipment, where they actually manufactured their clothes in a building that wasn't really made for that kind of equipment. Now they've got another thing added to the list, a CGT, a high-level one.
Yes, so, I remember seeing this that happened with you.
Well, yeah, it was a slave goods exchange.
I'll be honest, I struggle to watch them.
I don't blame you, really.
I've met you in person. You're obviously innocent. You're not like, You know, if you get confronted like that, you're not looking for a fight. You know, you just become quite nervous, and it's.
I don't fight anyone really.
No.
I think the only time I recall doing that is probably like over a decade ago. That's just 1 or 2 times.
I don't know how personal to get on here because I don't know how much you'd be willing to say.
I can say anything really.
About yourself?
Yeah, literally anything.
Fair enough.
It's not about any personal space.
I'll be honest then with you. Are you autistic?
That's probably the most obvious question. And yes.
To me, you are very obviously autistic.
That's what Jordan said as well.
You are, and I'm not using that as a bad thing. I'm just saying it is very obvious. I think there's a lack of understanding with the general public over how people like us think. I could quite easily get away with not looking autistic. I stim a lot, but that is pretty much it.
Because they can still look normal in some circumstances.
Absolutely. And the fact that you drive, I don't drive. I'm bloody terrified of No, I'm terrified of the idea of driving. What's happening is, Scriv, if you don't know what the background is.
Oh, the background?
No, I mean the background of the situation, not...
Oh, right, sorry. About this background, I made it myself.
Yeah, and it looks beautiful. But yeah, the background of the story is...
Oh yeah, just move over to the side. See that there's a decent smoke sensor right there. Again, I made it myself too.
Anyway, I was saying the background of the story is Matt takes a lot of pictures of fire alarm devices in certain public places across the country. A lot of the time he gets challenged by this, and it's got so common to the point where he's come up with his own term, which he calls CGT, when it happens. And you said, well, the Primark one was the last one that was a particularly bad one.
But there may be one near miss. I think a near miss is when you actually try your defence and nothing happens.
Yeah, one thing to remember is as well, it isn't just the fire alarm community, the railway community also suffer from the same problem.
Exactly, this is what I'm talking about. Transport community, they have CGTs too.
I've known some people to filming on level crossings and then have the police called.
Okay, that's way too excessive.
I've known people to be CGT'd by a resident who lives next to it, has come out and been like, why are you taking pictures outside my house?
That may count as a manager as well, because they also count as staff managers, because both Homebase Nottingham and Sainsbury's of Wellingborough were done by managers. I think there's more to the misunderstanding than we think, you know. They get accused of terrorism. I think that's why there's more to it.
Oh, that's disgusting.
That's a regular thing when it comes to either picturing problems or transport.
I mean, that's ridiculous. Oh, it's completely gone out of my head. What was I going to say?
I mean, the best way to remember it is just think of exactly what else you were thinking at the same time.
I think this is what I was going to say. If this is a demonstration of how autistic I was trying to figure out what the PA system at my university library was. Chime on it I didn't recognise at all, so I requested photographs of the amp and the mic and they sent me pictures. Just one picture of the microphone and one picture of the amplifier.
I'll have to rewatch the video to pick that bit up. An example?
Yeah, the one below it as well. There was another instance where the same woman criticised me and Joe for...
Is that a different level crossing?
No, it'll be the same woman, it'll be the same crossing, but it'll be him and Joe Thorpe, who's another...
Actually, wait a minute, he knows Joe Thorpe?
Yeah, I know Joe Thorpe.
Well, I didn't know you know him, mate. Well, I've known that guy for ages, so I thought it was based in Lincolnshire, though.
He is?
Yeah, but I'm not up to date with that. I've seen old videos of his from, 2014, I think.
Is this community more tight-knit than you thought it was? Is the community closer together than you thought it was?
So, yes. Well, it's already got the nicest guy I know right now, so that's close enough.
And who would that be?
You?
Of course.
Yeah. Well, actually, how about this coming together? I don't mind, I'll mention about this later. It's partially off subject, but...
Go on. Say what it is.
Well, anyone in this room would have seen this anyway. As soon as you found out about it, you're like, you lucky sod.
Yeah. What was it?
Well, it's about meeting Francis at Kansas Olympia.
Yeah, oh gosh, yes, of course you did, didn't you? Yeah, you've met Francis. I'm friends with Nick Badley as well. He's lovely.
Yeah, that's close enough as well. I guess now we're even.
Absolutely, come on, Scriv, yeah.
I think the only difference is, I think he knows roughly where you live.
Oh, Nick knows exactly where I live.
Oh, exactly.
He's been to my house.
Your house?
It was when we did the Friends of Leyland Station video. I came back, we went to Wetherspoons afterwards, and I came back just to get me boots off and me high vis off. It's Scriv, it's flashing red. Hello, you okay?
Yeah, not bad, you?
Yeah, I'm alright. Well, you've been watching, you know what we're talking about.
The CGT.
CGTs that occur, yeah.
Yeah.
It's short for courts. If I have to say,
Which is ironic because CGT has more syllables than court, right? So syllables are when like your mouth changes expression. So for example, if I say station, that has 2 syllables, station, and court has 1 syllable, court. But CGT is C-G-T. Do you know what I mean?
I was in London.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a term you use. I like it.
Yeah, I came up with it after the worst one of all time, which still remains the worst one of all time. I think these needed to be documented because they kept happening.
It's one of those horrible things that just happens with a community of us type of people. You were saying, Scriv, about, what was it, a woman at, was it Wadborough?
Yeah, it was a Wadbury, yeah. And then that woman who lives in the house opened the door and was like asking what I was doing and like why am I photographing her house. And then my dad, he said to her, why would we be picturing her house? Well, actually, it wasn't just the woman who had a go at us, but it was also this man as well.
That reminds me of something I need to get come forward about. Switch to the trace point CGT for a second. There's one more recent that wasn't actually directed at me this time. But it seems that when I'm actually with someone, I may be a completely different person. I don't just freeze, feel extremely anxious. Because when I'm watching someone else go through the same thing in real life, I change to something, ready to be defensive. We were at Euston Station. Well, 2 guys in blue high-visibility jackets, obviously Network Rail, came up to, not me, but Barry. Joseph Harvey walked ahead. I just stayed with Barry because, in case something bad happened.
Well, it was like when I was with you, and you were taking pictures inside Fishergate Shopping Centre, and I kind of moved away because I didn't want to be directly involved. However, if a situation arose, I would have approached you and said, are you okay? I would have just pretended that I just saw you,
That is a good idea, actually. I mean, with the worst ones like Primark, Exchange Ilford, Homebase, and of course EAF, which is the worst one by far. I don't think you'd want to get involved with those ones.
No, but like I say, this is just hypothetical. Some people are just really aggressive to photography.
The Primark was done after the limit applied. Only one device was pictured in the whole building.
You only pictured one device?
Yes, only one device. That's all it took. If that's the case for Exchange Ilford as well, and EAF, Homebase was 5. Have I explained enough about Primark?
Yeah, I think.
Because I think we should move on to the most brutal one of them all.
Go on.
East Anglian Foods.
I've never heard of them before. What type of place is it? It sounds like a wholesaler.
It's a butcher's. I partially came forward about it in the I'm Being Serious live stream, but I think there's a bit more to say about that one. If it were the same type of CGT in America, they would just murder me with their guns.
Why? What did they threaten you?
But a lot of verbal abuse took place. I said that about Exchange Ilford as well, because a lot of that took place in Exchange Ilford, but much, much more, and gone out of control much quicker. It was constant, just the verbal abuse and everything.
That's unnecessary.
Maybe it is.
Of course it is.
That's not the worst part though. It led to sabotage.
Sabotage?
And what I'm talking about is when they find out about it, they tell me to give up, and they force me to. That's the thing. At the same time with the CGT, because I was wearing branded uniform at the same time, they complained to that company. And that company complained to the previous college. That college obviously just blew my cover completely. Just phoned my mum about it weeks later.
Oh my God's sake.
She just forced me to give it up completely. She put me in the wrong completely for that. What makes sense is partially trespassing, but I can't say that verbal abuse is really justified.
Stuff like this is completely unnecessary, and I think the fact that big organisations have gone to this length, I think, is absolutely ridiculous. As I was saying earlier, you're quite obviously autistic. You obviously know harm.
And the fact that I told them more about me than I did at Exchange Ilford that time, but I don't want those things. They say, well, I'm clearly messed up inside.
Oh, that's just fucking cruel.
He said direct to me during that CGT. Because I can see you're clearly messed up inside.
Oh, that's ridiculous. There's no need for that.
Well, I responded, well, become more aware of my kind, and then he'd be like, I don't want to be aware of your type.
If you don't want to be aware of other different people, I think you should leave this planet.
And you know what I compare this CGT to? That video by Benno was very similar. The video is called Some Nasty Violent Thug Tries to Strangle Me. Well, the only difference was no physical, but the verbal abuse in that was very much the same. Speaking of which, the end result of that video was also the same. The end result, if Benno, running away and crying, just like that, the same thing happened.
Absolutely awful.
That's the only CGT where I've actually cried. I'm surprised I didn't at Exchange Ilford, because that one was also quite brutal, but I was on the brink of turning racist, but that never happened. Well, I was scared, more likely, during Exchange Ilford, but I didn't cry. After that, I was just sitting at Ilford railway station, just thinking. That particular one involved foreigners. But this one, the next one after that, which is basically the same one at EAF, that one involved entirely British people.
I think it's kind of wrong to blame this on people from other ethnic backgrounds, because a lot of the time, people from other ethnic backgrounds, a lot of them are just as friendly as us, or just as nasty British people. But you know what I mean? You're picking up stuff about them that's different. Racism isn't the way to go about it. It makes you just as bad as them.
I mean, I thought I was racist, but when it comes to Reform UK, I don't want anything to do with that. Hear about Reform UK, it just doesn't sound right at all. I thought I was racist. Am I really? I don't know.
Honestly, I think this just goes to show that there's some nasty people in this world, but I think the fact that this has occurred from...
Way too many.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not that keen on Keir Starmer, in all honesty. I much prefer Jeremy Corbyn. I thought Jeremy Corbyn was really good.
Human rights. Yeah, but everyone tried to make up propaganda about him. It's always ordered the Sun and the Mirror explains the wrong information about him, and everyone believed it.
I know.
At least in my house, he's never spoken about. So anyone mentions the Sun, out with you.
Cool.
But that's probably not the worst thing you could do in my house. The worst thing you could do is light a cigarette or vape. Then out immediately. That's the worst thing anything could do.
Oh, I would not trust myself with a vape. I think if I tried a vape, I'd get addicted.
I just not trust them at all, really. There's no point in starting it. Just us,
Yeah.
Well, because as I said, they're accusing me of terrorism normally, not trespassing.
Gee, that's a bit extreme.
I mean, I don't know about East Anglian Foods. I can't remember if they accused me of terrorism, or maybe they were just too abusive for me to even tell. Why does terrorism even happen? Because as far as I know, it's probably just people wanting to start war. But as it is, what does picturing a farm system got to do with terrorism anyway? Just stay away from the ones in the blue high visibility jacket. They're the worst, normally.
I didn't even know you could get blue high-vis network rail people, to be honest.
Oh yeah, another thing they did, they searched his bag thinking there was drugs in there. You know, that kind of mistrust. I've kind of lost confidence with the ending. There's probably no point going through it. It's going to take hours to come up with something. In fact, on that note, it took me probably at least 2 hours to come up with the end of year speech as well. I'm the most anxious person you'll ever meet. So we do it for real this time.
Yeah, do it for. I'm beginning to get a little bit tired anyway. So
I'm going to have to let you go then.
Just randomly going live. There's no pre-warning or anything. I guess you could say I phased out after this one and just went straight to the website.
What's that? That fire panel that's in that case? What is that?
That's an advanced panel.
What is that on? It looks like it's on a roof.
Very odd kind of place to put one of these.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like that's not on a. It's not on a wall. It looks like it's on more like a fence.
Yeah, it is. It's sort of railing. This is Starlane Docklands Light Railway Station. Maybe for once they take it too seriously. Well, I don't think there's such thing as taking it too seriously, but even still, it's unusual. Shouldn't be unusual. Everyone should have a funnel system, really. But when you compare it to places that don't have a funnel system, it does make it look weird. Think about All Saints, for example. A place that looks more like a little bus shelter has a funnel system, while the giant apartments have nothing at all.
Oh, no, it's ridiculous.
This is Bow Church DLR station, with the same design, basically, and they're using the same equipment.
That's interesting. I would not have expected a DLR station to use bells, because I always thought TfL used, if they were using conventional sounders, they used fire cryers.
Because this would have been installed in, I don't know, probably the 1990s or so. I'm not sure it was operated by TfL entirely. Lewisham doesn't. Well, if it does, it probably has very little on it. The only thing I recall seeing there are 2 yodel arms, and that's it. I mean, the system's also kind of weird. It kind of looks like it doesn't connect to anything.
I can understand there being no call point, but is there any detection?
Well, no, there isn't.
Also, how does the system get triggered?
That is a good question. Well, I figured maybe by the passenger alarm it could, but I don't know.
Oh, is this that east to west rail, or is that something completely different?
East to west rail? What's that?
East-west rail. So it's going to be from Oxford to Cambridge.
Oxford to Cambridge? Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. To Cambridge? I thought we only went as far as Bedford. I think it
It is
must
gonna
mean this section here. But wait, are they actually connecting the Bedford to Bletchley lines at Cambridge now?
Yeah, that whole line, the Bedford to Bletchley line, is being extended into one big line.
How are they going to reconnect it towards Cambridge? But yeah, all I know that's being reinstated is the section from Bletchley to Bicester. You know, I've known about that for quite some time. Well, apparently, I think I just came across it just like this. Again, looking on Google Maps. Yeah, the road's just paved over it.
They said if they were to reopen it, they would use tram trains and then have the last bit share the road.
Well, they could just have it run alongside the road, build a level crossing.
No, they're not allowed to do that anymore. New level crossings mustn't be built unless absolutely necessary.
We could do what you did at Canning Town and build it just over the road. Why have they got that, though?
The Merseyrail network's electric and this line's not electrified. Yeah. They're not allowed to do new third rail installations either. Well, it's considered dangerous because it's on the floor.
Well then, I hope the new 777s are dual voltage then.
They are, but they don't have pantographs fitted yet.
Are they made so they can? Like
yes.
The 458s were?
Yes, they are.
Well, that's good then. Yes, I hate them a little less now.
The 777-1s have batteries.
It'd be easiest just to electrify a line, don't you think?
If I search up Headbolt Lane, between Kirby and look, you can even see it's such a new station. The satellite's not updated yet, but between
is there a new station right there?
Yeah, between Kirby and Headbolt Lane is not electrified. From here to here, they do this stretch on battery power.
I do hope the GWRD stock in London gets used.
Yeah,
they've already tested them. So what, third rail electrification is phased out now? Well, not even the section that's still not electrified between Southampton and Kew Bridge, which only connects the third rail. I see why they left it non-electrified now.
Can you convert third rail to AC?
Well, they have done it on the North London line, but that's all I know. You know, it used to be the whole North London line was all third rail, and now it's just the section from Acton Central to Richmond that is third rail now. From Stratford Kenton Road, it was always AC powered, but those were for electric freight services only.
I wonder if any rolling stock companies make bi-mode.
Well, the Class 73s are bi-modes, but they're third rail kind of bi-modes. They've got their own diesel engine as well.
I'm just wondering if the likes of Stadler or any other companies are able to make like bi-mode.
Well, they are making the Class 93. I think that's a bi-mode of some kind. Don't know if you heard about those.
Oh no, I haven't. And then there's a Class 88.
I thought that was just electric.
Apparently not. Apparently they are diesel as well.
Yeah, you just broke my heart again. I mean, sure, I know the Gosflights Martin line didn't used to be electrified. I mean, I should know. I used to live on that line. I figured they electrified it for a reason, you know.
Northern have been known to use 156s under the wires because they had to get rid of the 319s.
I thought they replaced the 319s with the 323s from
We haven't got all of them yet. Did it have like a vandalism incident?
Did you not see that video that Francis put up of 121? You know, he saw it himself.
Don't think I have, no. You follow Francis more than I do.
Yeah, well, how come you know about him?
How come I know about him? Anyone who knows nothing about the railways know who Francis is. I've had loads of people say like, oh, I like watching Francis Bourgeois.
Yeah, but he only appeared after, 2021? I randomly came across the videos probably at the same time, and also, speaking of which, my dad told me about him.
I first heard about him it was a friend at university, and then ever since then everyone's mentioned him.
Something I probably didn't mention is that he obviously at the same time found out that I picture Farnham Systems as well. But, I mean, he asked me, like, you like Farnham Systems as well? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
But I also kind of mentioned after that, you know, not many people understand, you know, things like that. And then he's like, I understand. You know, I remember it well. I think what he meant was he actually likes the PA systems. Kind of like you, actually.
Oh, yeah, I do.
As for me, it's more of the traditional equipment.
Change might come across when GBR comes in.
GBR?
Labour's plan to, like, renationalise. The King's Speech, which is when the government set
King's
out
Speech? Still not used to that. So it feels like only yesterday that Queen Elizabeth died. I'm honest.
I know what you mean. It is weird, isn't it? Yeah, well, apparently rail renationalisation is on it.
I mean, wasn't the previous operator of South East the same company owns Thameslink, Great Northern, Gatwick Express, and sorry, what was that last one again? I should know it, but I don't. Oh yeah, Southern.
South Eastern was stripped of its franchise after failing to declare more than £25 million of taxpayer funding.
I'm guessing Transpennine Express was stripped for the same reason. It is operated by First Group after all.
No, Transpennine Express was performance.
And that was a bit second,
Northern,
yes.
Northern was performance as well, and LNER, that wasn't performance, it was just they ran out of money, didn't they?
Remember that other company, East Coast? That was operated by the government as well.
That was after National Express and before Virgin East Coast.
I guess the East Coast was a lot better than either National Express or Virgin Trains. I don't know about GNR, but I'm pretty sure that's a private company as well. It was the first one to come in after all. GNR probably was the best delivery they ever had. Probably even better than City Swallow. I don't know how much longer the nice ones have left, but when they salvage one, they need to repaint one back into GNR. You know, they've already got one in City Swallow, so won't have enough one in GNR. Well, I guess the least they could do is maybe repaint an HST into GNR. You know, they've already repainted one into Midland Mainline for some reason.
You know London better than me.
Yeah, well, I used to live in London and I kind of don't have easy connection. I don't know if I'm the only one that came up with it. Anyone else could have thought about it, but I'm just coming forward about it, you know, just in case no one else wants to.
Yeah, well, absolutely. The thing is, I'm very much an advocate of if you've got an idea, put it forward. You know, you don't know what's been thought of.
You know, forget the other idea of reusing the West Anglia for it, because that just seems a bit pointless. But this would be a better idea, you know, it would involve electrifying the Chiltern Main Line.
Matt, I'm gonna head off now.
Well, good timing, I guess.
Alright.
I think they'll probably do live streams more often now, I guess.
Is that a toilet?
You heard nothing.
Fair enough.
I'm just going to finish my sandwich.
No, I'm just going to finish this. Class earlier on, I was quite on the roll of the. Oh, hang on, Will's just showed up.
Hello!
Yeah, hello. I'll just finish this off and get straight to the point. How do you like the new background?
Looks good. It reminds me of somewhere, I'm trying to think where.
I've been there myself in person. You don't recognise it, do you?
No, not at all.
Well, doesn't matter though, it's being used as a showcase ground now. I think you might know what it's about. Now that this happened, I just went, fuck it, I'm exposing it once and for all. Even if I was already aware of the signs as early as 2021. Because, you know, as early as 2021, I already knew why I didn't want to be a celebrity of some kind. It already looked quite brutal. But let's just say Liam Payne's death has really got the attention. What's that you got there?
Diet Coke.
Artificial?
Someone's deaf, did you say?
You mind?
Sorry.
I guess it's the only time I don't necessarily draw the line at the sun. But even still, I wouldn't recommend reading it as it is.
Did the drugs found in his system affect his mood or his state of mind?
Undoubtedly, yes.
The prosecutor's office saying he expressed his willingness to testify about everything he knows about his son's life that could help the investigation.
Oh, come on, we already know quite a lot about it as it is,
As
to
the
be
probe
honest.
into Payne's death unfolds, the prosecutor's office
Oh, we
won't
figured it
release
out,
the
right
body
there.
to his family until an autopsy test and results are complete. What is the price of fame?
He wanted to be a singer.
Oh, God.
He didn't talk about fame to me. He talked about wanting to be a singer.
Mary Byrne, a classical singer,
Yeah, I remember
competed
that
against
one.
One Direction on the X Factor.
The love he showed for every one of his, roommates that we were all together.
Maybe anyone's seen this one in
always sticks
ages.
in my mind.
But life after One Direction turned the spotlight toxic for Payne. A trashed hotel room,
Yes.
drug paraphernalia, the disturbing autopsy results.
So I'm surprised the circumstance didn't happen as early as 2015.
I'm going to bring up here, say for instance, Chester Bennington, the singer of Linkin Park. These people, they get into the spotlight, they start taking up drugs and stuff like that, and it ends up killing them.
Well, I guess you could say only because these drugs actually exist, which they probably shouldn't.
There's more things to look at there, like, if it's easy enough to fall over that balcony, then how well are them balconies actually secured off?
Can you imagine if it was on the rooftops in a building in Tower Hamlets?
I think I've said it before, buildings should be much more high tolerance.
Well, cheap things shouldn't be an option, like cheap cladding, cheap flammable
Yeah.
cladding. They shouldn't be an option, so why are they still an option? Grenfell Tower is just a joke.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's what I said as early as 2017. But surely that sort of place would have been dead required to have a phone system anyway. Bigger than a shopping centre, it should be dead required. We both know it had ACO and that's all it had, and that wasn't good enough. Well, producing something like CTEC Hush Active was the right thing to do.
Well, Hush Active was not aimed at tower blocks. It was aimed at
exactly,
houses.
that's my point. The point is, it's to replace ACO. This is when we're in a conversation, we tend to switch subjects from one thing to another, and then the next minute
It all blends in with the building safety because there's a lot of different regs. This was something that's infuriated me and quite a few other engineers. We have to pay £400 now to do a core just so we can fit extractor fans in houses. Because of this new standard that's been passed, and it was kind of rushed in because this 2-year-old lad died in an house because the air from a respiratory condition that was caused from black mold because the ventilation in the house was not adequate. I think stuff like these Manrose fans, these should not be fitted on ducted runs. I would use something more like an Envirovent or a Ventaxia. I wouldn't use Vortis. Vortis are better for commercial market. Their residential fans they're not great.
Even the one I have.
That's an old one. That's like 1980s Vortis. That
You
one.
told me it was 1990s.
Your one's probably more around 1990s because it's got black blades. If it was 1980s, it would probably be grey. Yeah.
But the external housing is grey, and then cream and stuff.
The whole thing about the balcony barriers and stuff is just one of the things.
I think as early as 2013, I looked at the high-rise flats in East London. The balconies didn't really have much protection. They were like, 12 stories high? Maybe you feel a bit uncomfortable just looking at them. Yeah, that would work.
Places don't use it because it's like, oh, but it's ugly and it blocks your view.
Well, you can still see through it, so like, what's the problem?
If you look at Liam's death, if it's under the circumstance that he's fell over them, that means that
whether it was intentional or not, it could have happened anyway, you know?
I've never really been wanting to be in the massive spotlight of like major news outlets.
Yeah, it just ruins your life.
I've had an offer to...
Yeah, we'll decline it. Or...
I don't want to be on a newspaper.
As long as they're not writing propaganda about you. I mean, don't let the Sun or the Mirror do anything like that to you.
I don't want to walk out in the street and just be like, hey, I recognise you. Where are you from? I don't want that. When it comes to the alarm community anyway, that's just a toxic mess of everything. Trust me, I've been in the community since I was about 9.
Well, for me, we're talking at least 2015.
The most chill community I've found really is the railway communities. I think the music industry really, in general, is a bit of a bad thing because I think the main labels and stuff, they'll make you put out what they want you to put out, not what you want to put out.
Exactly. That's they're turning you into someone you're not, really.
We want you to create this track, and then we're going to get you to release that. This will be like a massive hit.
In their point of view, that is.
In their point of view, the labels are a bit corrupt.
This is obviously the source of everything behind all this.
About how the boys were treated by their management and information that I could put together.
This has all the research you could start off with. We're talking as early as 2011 here.
One Direction was branded and marketed a very specific way in many different aspects to appeal to a young audience of teenage girls. Basically, what I mean is how
it wasn't
they
designated for that, was it?
One Direction was not a band; they were a brand, and that is my favorite saying to use whenever I'm talking about One Direction and their mistreatment.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Brand, not band thing.
What's private chat? Is that for us to chat to each other?
I think that's something that B-Face Computing did, really, for the private chat. Why is it being used all of a sudden? Oh.
Me. I'm just explaining a little bit.
Okay, now I see the convenience of the private chat. It's not just One Direction, it's the X Factor themselves that kind of messed up as well. I think we've seen enough of this actually for now. Trying to think of another video, but I can't remember what it was called. It was something I watched a couple of years ago about some woman that was ordered to behave in a certain way during that audition. And there were other things that were completely fake. Trust me, after that video, I just wanted Simon Cowell to be sentenced to death, really. On that day of 16th of October 2024, I've been talking to someone on Instagram. I sent the message and then left Instagram straight away, moved over to Facebook, and that's when I discovered his death. I kind of paused for a second, and then I just, went back to Instagram straight away. Let's just put it this way. Yes, his death was shocking, but it didn't actually surprise me in the absolute slightest. It's like I saw it coming. I could sense it. A couple of days later, there was this post. There were signs that this was going to happen, but no one acknowledged it. But I did, and that's why I wasn't surprised about his death. It's also even weirder because, I've known about him since 2017, and he was the first guy I laid eyes on. So how can I not be affected by it? But I guess don't give all your time for celebrities that you might, never meet or never get to know, because frankly, they can't even see their real friends or anything. You commented on that trailer video in 2021, didn't you?
Yeah, probably did.
Recently discovered it was actually you. And again, what was your actual opinion at that very moment of him? Mixed or?
I didn't think too bad of him. I knew some bits that he was a bit not a great guy.
It's just one thing I don't understand. How am I not like him?
You're a little more sensible and you actually got some knowledge of what...
But he's got utter knowledge as well.
Yeah, well, it just uses it the wrong...
When it comes to using it in the wrong way, I picture phone systems. How is that not the
That's
same
fine,
sort of
I
thing?
mean, I do it too.
But you only do it because you've got protection from your company and stuff.
Well, no, I'd walk into a random shop and I picture all the security gates. Say, for instance, in the Greenway shopping centre, I remember I walked in there and I was just like, that looks interesting. That light switch has got a red back box. I walked up closer and it was just written on with Sharpie, fire alarm, do not switch or something like that. It was a light switch as a call point, and I pictured it, and some guy who followed me round, and as I was leaving the shopping centre, he was just stood at the door for a good 15 minutes. Like, what the hell's your problem?
Well, he didn't confront you, though.
No.
I recall I got a nasty look after picturing a KFC sounder in the welcome breaking keel.
If you look at some more interesting examples of older devices, I've got one here which is kindly given to me by yourself. Old detectors like this.
Did you know they were as old as 1988?
Yeah, 1988, this one. A popular one back in the day for notification appliances. Carters. This is a Maxitron. I believe this one's from roughly the 70s. Nowadays, this would not be compliant one bit because the wire to the speaker literally comes out the bottom and it's literally just exposed.
You can cut it easily?
Yeah.
6 seconds are enough to tell you that
Yeah,
the
more.
Oreo original now has even more cocoa. The tastiest Oreo ever made.
Wanted me to sing a thing song. He basically said that if I didn't, I wouldn't be on the show. So I agreed.
After agreeing to do so, Zoe was invited in for an interview where they continued to ask her about Pink.
All he wanted to talk about was Pink. Have you seen Pink live? Do you know Pink's real name?
Who cares
Do you
whether-
think you're like Pink in real life?
With Zoe adding that they had no interest in her personally, showing that the X Factor had an
Yeah.
ulterior motive to create a story out of her being Pink.
Yeah, this is
Before
what I
heading
was
out on
talking
stage,
about
one of the
earlier.
X Factor producers then encouraged
This
Zoe
is the video that made me want Simon Cowell to be sentenced to death because I'd already seen too much at this point.
But as
Why
the
is
judges
Gary Barr
explained
on
that
this?
she wouldn't be going to the next
What's he
round,
got to do with it?
Zoe turned the criticism back onto them.
You told me to sing a Pink song.
Oh.
I didn't want to sing a Pink song. You guys told me to sing a Pink song.
They will edit it
Jesus
any way they can
Christ.
to show it on TV because it is TV gold.
With this information, Zoe's mental health began to
I thought it was on ITV, not UK TV
I
Gold.
stayed up every night. I can't stress to you enough what an emotional wreck I was.
Within hours of the episode going live, the
Yeah,
performance
they
was
would have
being
done
called
anyway.
the most shocking audition ever. Both myself and my dad have been threatened with violence, to the point that my dad had to physically defend us.
I'd go to the gym and people would watch the video on their phones in front of me and then whisper and laugh.
Zoe uploaded her own video titled Zoe Alexander X Factor The Truth, in which she now revealed that the performance itself had been edited and even CGI
Yeah.
to make the X Factor look good.
How were they even able to do that?
She stated the judges
I don't
actually
even know when
began
this
the
was,
audition
but-
by essentially insulting her.
You know.
And when she'd thrown the microphone, she'd done so because they'd turned it off while she was explaining what had happened.
In one direction. They were ruddy brilliant, weren't they?
Well, they were soon to be tortured. Yeah?
Now, during these years, the judges were always.
I've had enough of this.
Hello there, I'm James, joined with Matthew here.
Yeah. Well, correction. It's me and I'm joined with James.
Well, yeah.
Essentially. What would you say is the worst call point design of all time?
I would probably say it would be these.
Hold back a second.
I would actually say the worst call point design currently is these. I hate these with a passion. The amount of these we have to take out because these stupid slide fronts just don't work.
Yeah, slide,
Horrible
yeah,
call
I get it. I
point.
get it. The slide front. For me, I could easily just choose an all resettable call point. You know, like intelligence or Fike.
Yeah.
Although I'm going to specifically choose ones that can take glass as well as the resettable elements. James. For me, it is. Goddamn background. It is the universal Fullion design. I've had it since late 2012.
I've got to say though, one of the best call points on the market though are these.
Well, that's an all resettable element call point, though, isn't it?
One thing I've got quite good at now is swapping elements in call points without triggering the fire alarm system.
It's easy on the World Series, it's impossible on the new style KSC call points.
Yeah, it's impossible. World Series is quite good.
During like 2013, I was constantly comparing my Universal design to the World Series and the new style KSC call points. Unsurprisingly, you'll say the Universal ended up being the least reliable of the lot, really. It's the way they work that is kind of flawed.
Oh, definitely. It's a heavily flawed design.
It's not easy to fit glass in the Universal as much as the World Series. The Switch is absolutely tiny.
The Universal just makes it nearly impossible to test it with a resettable element. You've got to really ram the key in as hard as you can to make that work.
I think it's time to leak the footage.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to get hate mail for this footage. There is quite a lot to explain. I'm not denying anything. Yeah, but you haven't seen my side of the video. You've only seen his side. There's two sides.
Coop systems are quite decent to work around, though.
It says you, but I hated addressable even more after this moment. The sounders, they're too powerful to run off of this panel. Even though they're 24-volt sounders, they had to be run off the relay. When you silence the panel, it does not silence the relays.
It's not compliant. A way you could do that by still keeping it compliant is putting some auxiliary relays on the sounder circuits and using a 24-volt power supply.
You know, the amount of experience I've had over the Universal design, I finally lose it. And can you hear it as well?
Yes.
Oh, sweet. I got somewhere in the end.
You can't reset it.
Yeah, it's glass.
Well,
So hang on. I know what to do. I know what you can do. Yeah, I think at this point I was thinking I would take the cover off and turn the broken glass back to front. But I lose it due to the fact that, unlike on the KAC components, this was extremely difficult.
What's this?
Oh yeah,
It's front.
the key is the same key I'm holding right here. I brought this key with me on that day. It's the same one I've had since 2012, and it seems stuck. And it's harder with a floppy bit of glass as well. Whatever. It's bad enough the spring here, which can still be removed, but it's just a very tight fit between the spring bit and the key mechanism.
Yeah.
I hate the fucking Universal. They're so bad in design. I hate its design. I've hated it since 2012. It's in. The Switch is...
Okay, reset.
Yes, good to reset. Everyone else except the person's comment I'm going to show, turn away for 1 second. No, it isn't. It's someone else. But is it glassed? That's hard to tell, actually. Oh, weird. What is it?
Oh, the panel's just come up with circuit has spurs. That is like the worst fault you can get, because this is going to be a pain to diagnose now. I've done something wrong and I've not a clue where. How many Universals do you have?
Just these two.
I think they are still a horrendous call point.
Don't I know it?
Another call point, which I think is actually a horrible design, even though it is kind of an interesting call point, are these.
Clifton Snell call point. Yeah, they're not very good.
These keys...
I don't even have the key for one, though.
I know, they are rare as rocking horse poo, these keys.
It's ridiculous how I have one of those call points, but not the key for it. Let's just say that call point is a plastic element, but it's not all resettable.
I'm just having a nightmare trying to clear the spur fault. It's tracked it down to this device here, so I don't know whether this device is just being a bit dodgy.
Well, I should have called a reflection.
Non-existent fire.
That bit was cut out. Fuck. Glass.
On these old conventional systems, like if I whacked the call point on this, it would... That would go off. And then if I just click reset, if I turn the key to reset, it just goes off again, but I can just turn it to silent.
At least your conventional power is easier to work with, right? You're lucky you get to a conventional, these crap addressable ones are too complicated to work with now. I'm the one who prefers conventional to addressable. You saw what I did a few years ago, replacing addressable back to conventional, because I got dead bored of it, you know. Let me tell you a story from 2019 involving, well, this actual universal what you're looking at right now. The system involved was the one the system came from, and I mean this actual call point is the one I'm going to be talking about. And because that's the system itself was removed and I salvaged it in 2021. In 2019, I offered to take over someone's job because it was extremely local to me and not to them. Well, I went over to the site. I brought this actual glass you're seeing right here with me. This is the glass I put in, and then we reset the system. Next thing I know, like 2 years later, the actual system was being removed and replaced. The Roshni stayed, but everything else I got this actual cool point that I replaced the glass in. So I got the glass back with the cool point that I replaced it in. That's what I said when I saw his side.
Yeah, I think Apollo's gone a bit downhill, to be honest.
It went downhill since they brought the intelligent cool point out.
The second one's great. I've never.
I say it was really in my bad books when. Well, I think everyone knows about this. An interesting system got replaced, and because of that, I never even knew what system that was. This was as early as 2016.
These are an interesting detector.
Yeah, I gave them that.
Yeah, you did.
That design in particular, I've known about that design since 2012. That's another interesting one, but looks normal on the outside.
In 1994, C-Tech C60.
Oh, that makes it even more interesting. Oh yeah, that's a...
Series
Well, I've had an unhealthy obsession with those detectors for a long time. What do you mean by that? You told me they still make them in 2011.
This one's from 2013, this one.
How many of them do you have?
I have an unhealthy amount of these things.
Does that include the Chevron one that I gave you a while ago?
Yeah, I've got both of those.
Wait, how many did I give you?
Oh, you gave me 2.
Yeah, I had 10 of them to begin with, and I think I've given them all away now. I've kept one, obviously, with a base. They all didn't come with bases.
I've probably got about 12 SLKEs now.
James, can you access Instagram on the computer?
Yeah. See, spurs would usually mean the device is deviating away from the loop. On gent systems, you can spur off the loop because you can use a T-breaker on a gent system. And as well, on the fire dynamics systems, you can spur off of the loop. The fire dynamics systems really show how weird the standards are because they do not fault monitor the sounders. They've got conventional sounders on the addressable loop, and they do not fault monitor the sounder.
I was surprised of how old it really is. 1988. I didn't think they were made until 1990.
No, they were made a little before 88.
As for the older variant, again, it surprised me how old that one really was as well. I mean, I figured they'd be 1985, but I've got one that dates back to 1983. What do you call when you have like 2 accounts sharing the same video? What was that called again?
Collaboration?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, he was one that insisted I share it to you anyway. I didn't think it through enough anyway. Oh, he's talking about the early bit of footage prior as well. Yeah, obviously the system's now reset.
One thing I'm going to mention there, I noticed them sounders actually seem to have changed pitch a bit.
Well, then again, the system was, well, I mean, the warblers themselves were left in operation for like 10 minutes. When you try and power a warbler on a modern panel sound circuit, even if it's just like 2 of them, there was video evidence, but it got long lost, so it's no longer exists. But I remember it myself, and, well, the warblers didn't take it too well, you know.
It's how solid-state sounders are. That's why the ProTech SR2 doesn't really waver in tone, because technically it is a solid-state sounder.
Hey, what was it you were saying about solid-state sounders requiring more power, even though they were 24 volt, and probably more amps? And also, what does this have to do with it changing pitch over time, depending on how long you leave it in operation?
Yeah, it's just because the capacitors and stuff, they just kind of wavers in pitch and stuff. I've done mine with Series 2 at the top, and then World Series at the bottom.
Been asked to share this.
Yeah, that's an FP. Who's asked you to share that?
I don't know. The guy that owned my Zone briefly. It does look similar to the Filex 900, doesn't it? I'm certain they were C-Tech.
Yeah. See, I don't know why it's giving me spur faults at the moment, because there is no spurs on the loop. I have confirmed it. There is no spurs.
How many times have I had to share screen on this live stream? I didn't think they were called the 100.
Yeah, one of them little guys. They're the same panels that the clarifiers had.
I thought Clarifier was just Chubb's rebrand of Discovery.
What is the clarifier? The fully on voice sounders.
Oh yeah, those.
I'm slowly losing my sanity with this fault. No, I don't want to do that. Damn it. Oh, I just clicked on the same thing that I just did like 3 seconds ago. This
is the shop I was banned from all those years ago. Oh yeah, I think all of this lot, this place is destined to be demolished. But not this one, but this one here.
EST?
That's what it is.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. You really do not see much of that in the UK. I recommend, if you're going to work in this industry, get a good night's sleep. Oh, whoa.
What?
Oh, that's no good.
What's happened?
The panel just completely crashed. I have never had that happen in the time I've owned this panel. I've got a system fault now as well. That's really not good.
This is the only sounder I think is rarer than the Warbler, the Cyrex 6M.
Really? They're rare?
Well, I've never found one on eBay before. I found loads of Warblers over the years on eBay, but I've never found one of these. Well, you know, my second school had a few of these. These are actually the first speaker-like foreign sounds I ever noticed, you know. I never heard them in operation. They were never removed, but they had new-style Roshnis beneath them. Remember photo number 10412?
Ah, see. Hey, I remember that! Yeah, that's on the round corner from me, that. I know exactly where that is.
Wait, what do you think about the modern alarms brand Series 1?
Oh, I'd kill for one of them. They are sick. Okay, yeah, it is a faulty call point, because now I'm getting the spur fault at number 5.
Is it alright if a third person joins the stream?
Yeah, it was... is it somebody I know?
I don't know. I really don't know. Well, it's the guy that's been commenting most of the time. Maybe, yeah, okay. I guess that is...
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm pretty sure I have the same headset as you, Matthew, and sometimes it just doesn't work.
This call point has worked for a while. It's only now that I've just powered it up again that it's having problems.
Bit degradation is a thing in EPROMs.
Oh no, it is actually a loop problem. It's not the device. Oh, kill me. I bet the intruder cable somewhere has got a problem with it. It's all testing fine though. So...
Are you wiring it in intruder? Like 6-core?
Yeah, because I'm not going to be using FP cable for a little demo system, am I? I'm just using what I have, like, at the moment, because I did a rip out on an intruder alarm system recently, and I've just got loads of this cable.
I have 100 meters of 6-core that I was using at some point to wire my room system.
So
There's still
what
some on the
system's
wall,
that?
actually. What system was my room system?
I think that's my old panel.
Is it?
Where did you get that from?
It was sold to me by Necrophone Security.
Where did he get that from?
I don't actually know. I think he got it off eBay.
Right, because I sold my Morley years ago, and I mean, this is many a years back I sold that panel.
Door.
Does it say Dimension DX24E on the front of it?
It does, yeah, and that's not a 24E. That's a DX1E.
It's not. That's my old panel.
How have I ended up with your old panel then?
I'm actually like, oh my god, I never thought I'd ever see that again. I still regret selling that panel. I can't
have it back if you want it.
Really?
I've been trying to sell it because it doesn't like Discovery Sounders.
James, you told me you sold a panel of that description and that you regretted selling it, and yet this is the actual one you're talking about?
Yeah, that is my actual old Morley. I've sent you a friend request, mate.
You're Neo?
Yeah?
Holy shit, I've talked to you before.
Have you?
Yep. I don't go by an old identity anymore, but...
I just can't believe you've got my old Morley. That's like, actually like...
I can't believe it belongs to you.
I just nearly cried then, because like, I never thought I'd see that.
Yeah, well, he also briefly owned my Zone Master as well.
That Zone Master was given to me by Optos Foreign Security in exchange for a network switch.
Who have you given it to this time?
Lucas Taylor.
Don't know him.
He doesn't have a YouTube channel.
I can't even remember who I sold that panel to now.
This panel was Jacob's, then it was given to Nakafire Security, and then that...
Yeah, that was who I sold it to, yeah. I remember it now.
When it caught on fire, he just chucked it outside. It stayed outside for ages.
Jesus. I really regret selling that panel. I'd regretted it every day since I sold it.
Yeah, but I do not regret selling my ZX5 SE. And I don't think I that much regret selling the Zone Master either.
The Zone Master had so many issues with it. When I got it, the transformer was putting out a voltage which was way too high.
That's the problem with my Labcraft at the moment, which I'm trying to figure out, is it's giving... you can just see it up there. I think this live stream has kind of just lost a bit of the point of it now.
No, it hasn't.
No, we're still talking about fire alarms, technically.
Exactly.
Yeah. Have you got the comm tool for the XFP?
The com tool for the XFP? What do you want going on about, Mash?
It's
XFP
literally-
does not use com tool.
They scrapped off a cheeky protocol on it, haven't they?
Why?
Yeah, it's only casting Apollo now. What video?
The one you called you. Wait a minute. That's what I called my first video, the Zone Master.
Yeah, I know it was your Zone Master because the person I bought it off said it was from you.
Well, the first video I did of that Zone Master, I named it New Panel as well.
I wasn't copying you. I was only told it was yours after it arrived. I would be able to make the XFP fault free if these batteries.
Well, I've got I mean, look at the TS-86 behind me. That thing's lit up like a Christmas tree.
I managed to rip my audio cable out my PC, but I would be able to get my XFP fault free if these batteries worked.
Oh my god, what the hell are you doing?
He's
There you
taking
go.
apart a battery. That's what he's doing.
These are literally just plastic welded on. Sure, they won't sit on there properly after you do that, but you can always super glue them down or something.
Yeah, the only batteries I have left are these ones.
I've got loads of them.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, what you think?
That was loud.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
you
that
think?
was very loud.
This battery has very accurate labeling as well.
Did as... never mind.
The sounder on this system sounds mint.
What?
Bloody hell.
I know, I've just been sat next to that. I really regret that because I was here.
I hit my ears and I'm on the other side of a bloody screen.
Alright, let me go back onto the com tools for ZFP. Not gent com tools. My computer's just... What the hell? I clicked on ZFP and it's open gent. No, I don't want gent. I want C-Tech. My panel was made on the 19th of June 1986. It is one of the very first... This panel is from the first ever batch of TS-86s.
How old is your precept?
It's dated 1996.
The oldest panel I've got, I think, is the National Alarm Company panel from 1986, I think it was.
I like old panels. They're very cool.
Well, the Pathfinder is the best panel I've got by far.
It's a single zone labcraft and it's got a dedicated fault monitoring wire. So you've got to have devices that have got a negative out.
What happened?
Yeah, those call points hurt, don't they?
The key cut me.
Oh,
Yep.
the key?
Yeah, I know that all too well.
Still like the Comlet call points, James?
Yeah, I do because they look nice, but they just...
They
the
look
keys are a pain.
hideous. Considering it's a plastic farming home.
Nice.
Right, I think I'm officially deaf.
Audible silence as well now.
You have the same headphones as me, don't you?
Yep.
Turn the volume down on the back.
Oh, I didn't know that was there.
You didn't know that was there?
No, I had no idea.
But again, I think I need new headphones. I mean, look at the quality, they're a bit old.
I won't be able to hear you, and you won't be able to hear me. But I'm gonna put my headphones and show you.
Oh wait, I do have one of those, don't I? I don't know what I've done with it.
Come on, will this thing go off? Oh, there we are. I mean, flipping heck, it took me a while to get this thing fault-free, but...
Yeah, because it's addressable.
I've started up.
What on earth?
What do you mean, what on earth?
There's like louvers, and they went out into the side.
Oh. Yeah.
Oops. Okay, cable got in the blade a bit. Flipping heck, this thing terrifying.
It's the finger removed for 5,000.
Now that's some wind.
How is it that exposed?
Well, usually that'd be in a wall. Right, don't get yourself hurt now. Stop playing with an exposed fan.
Yeah, and I mean, look how far out those blades are. It's weird.
It doesn't seem normal. I'm probably going to try to get rid of some of my Apollo soon because I don't really need it.
Yeah, it's boring, isn't it?
Was that a Protec sound of that?
No, it was
No,
a
it's a Symphony. Branded a Modular on the back, but...
What? The Symphony?
Yep.
It's weird.
I also have this, which is probably my favourite detector that I own.
As I am?
Yeah, Zyton version.
Why your favourite?
It's conventional, that's why.
Well, it's not that hideous, really. It's
Oh, they're ugly.
okay. That's a better looking detector, though.
Zyton is horrible. I do not like
Zyton's
that.
only boring though, like Apollo, but that's only their addressable. Show me the back, come on. Oh, it's the newer variant.
What the hell was that? Yeah. That was quite funny.
It's called addressable. This is something I've had since I started collecting alarms.
3000 SSR2?
Yep, but I've had that ever since I started collecting alarms. I believe I started collecting 2017, 2018.
Well, I've been collecting since 2011.
I'm only 18, so...
And you're already using... You say you're 18 and using that.
It's what?
Nothing. Just carry on.
I'm genuinely curious what you said now. I think we all had one of those rip-off BG12s.
I've got a real one.
I never had one. In fact, I never had any pulsation, really.
That's a real BG12. I had one from a Pote.
It's broken.
Yeah, the spring snapped on this one, so it needs a new spring. It is a real BG12.
Did you get that within the UK?
Yes.
What were you going to say, third guy on the stream? I don't know his name.
Me?
Yeah.
I was going to say the first ever fire alarm device I think I had was a old style KSC that my parents bought me.
So this live stream is already up to 3 hours and 37 minutes and 10 seconds.
Bloody hell.
That's what happens when you have James on the stream. He talks a lot. Well, I'll be honest, I actually did have fire alarm videos from like 2012, but they never got uploaded. I long lost them. I used to have a little demo board featuring this actual call point along with the new style KSC and that RS Roshley. Second one, this actual Chubb Hoshiki addressable call point. And also I even lost its cover for a long time until 2015 when I finally found it, but that was after the first full collection video. I figured it looked silly with no cover on it at all, so I put the XP95 call points cover for the photo shoot. You saw the footage, right?
Vaguely.
Weirdly, the Instagram post has actually got like 6,000 and something likes.
Wow.
Well, I haven't got any abuse about it yet.
That type of thing I've seen done many times.
Yeah, well, I'm expecting a lot of abuse over that. Hang on, did they even know that I was involved?
I think they just thought it was some random people. Your name was never brought up when it was posted. But at first I thought it was Benno talking in the video.
Well, no, it wasn't him.
No, it sounded vaguely like him.
No, you were probably mistaking that guy for me. Well, even he says it himself, I sound kind of similar.
I thought it was Benno when I asked you, is that Ben in the chat?
But I'll be honest though, it is someone that knows him.
Jordan?
No, not Jordan doesn't know Benno. It's someone you don't know about.
I'm talking about the guy behind B-Face Computing.
Yeah, I thought that's what you meant.
I think it's worth posting your side. People say Benno's a bad person, I don't see why.
Yeah, but I went back to him because he isn't. I mean, there are loads of reasons I went back to him. I've already said too much right now. But then this guy I was with may have, motivated me to go back as well. Well, whatever I did do wasn't entirely down to him. He just gave me permission to do it because everyone else tried to make sure I didn't do it. Everyone else didn't want me to do it, but yet this guy did, so I finally did it.
The fire alarm being pushed in that abandoned building wasn't exactly your fault.
Well, I'm not the one who pressed it, but then I could have assumed it was glass, considering it was branded. I mean, I was the one who told him that he could get a resettable element for that call point. The resettable element looked identical to the glass.
So my camera has disappeared.
Yeah, well, your voice hasn't. Do you like my background? I don't know if you've noticed it, but...
Yeah, I did see it. I was thinking that's quite cool.
Yeah, I made it myself. Well, it's a showcasing ground, and I put the Warbler in there.
Well, did you use, Blender or something?
How do you know?
How did I know? Because I do 3D modeling.
Do you? Really?
Yep.
Well, if you'd never used it before, I could teach you how to use it.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, I was planning on doing a live stream revolved around me modelling something in Blender.
Maybe you can teach me Blender into a live stream content.
Never I'd be able to teach Blender, but then again, I've been doing it for 5 years now, almost.
I've always wanted to learn Blender, but I've tried a couple times using YouTube
But yeah,
tutorials.
this background I made entirely in Blender, so yeah.
I was thinking the drop ceiling looked real.
Real?
Yeah, I thought it was real.
But I made everything in this myself, all of it.
You are good at Blender.
As I said, I will do a live stream whilst modelling things in Blender, show you some of the things I've done over the years, and you're invited. Well, I guess anyone can be really, but yeah. Thank you all for watching, and keep your mouths shut, because I don't take hate mail.
Hate mail is lame. Wasn't your fault either.
Well, it kind of was, but it doesn't matter though, because we've reset the system. Well, here's something I'm currently doing. It's a vehicle of some sort. I was working on the interior last time.
Is that Transit?
Not exactly. It's
an Iveco.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, I started making it last year, but I revised it. There are some bits of it that are just temporary parts. like the texture, for instance.
Wow, that is good. Have you ever made a Roshni in a
Yeah, I have. I will show you it right now. As you can see, there's loads of things I've done over the years. Yeah, what do you make of that?
Holy crap.
Well, after this stream, you just might get a bit of an idea.
Matthew, you know the Chubb control master you had, which was a synchro? I had that too.
You bought it?
No, I think Connor bought it and then Connor sold it to me.
Well, no, I remember exactly where it had to go. I sold it to someone in Leeds in Yorkshire. Well, who did you give it to after that?
Back to Naka, actually. Naka still has it now. So how did you make that?
No idea.
What about, have you made one of these?
I did make one in sort of 2021, and I think I revised it since. I just can't remember if I revised it again or... Oh, okay, I think it is. I have revised it. Well,
looks
nice.
An old AP Besson Banshee.
I actually specifically made this to replicate Tesco petrol station Illusion, which has one of these.
Can I set a modelling challenge for you, Matthew?
Depends. What have you got in mind? Oh yeah, I was actually going to make one of those anyway. I just haven't done it yet.
Go ahead and do it on stream then.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't quite know what my input is here. I mean, I might be of some use, but I'm happy to just tag along and just sit in the background. So
sitting in the background eating yogurt.
yeah, well, yeah, I am. I'm probably just going to be snacking on stuff throughout the. Probably just drinking a few drinks.
This, so you're not the only one.
I'm not turning my PC on because I'll deafen you all.
Talking about bells, we shall set off the ding-a-ling.
Oh, you mean the one you did a video of?
Very loud.
Let's try and make this frighten then. Just need to be sure if this gong actually is like 6 inches. I guess what it actually checks out is 14.5 centimetres, which is 5 2/3 of an inch. So it's not actually 6 inches.
An arrow.
It's a thunder. It's a thunderstorm. The sky's darkened, the rain's getting heavier.
Bloody hell, I can hear that.
Yeah, I know.
Violent thunderstorm.
This is effing heavy. I was not expecting that.
It's sunny for me. I'm in Wales, South Wales.
Wales? This isn't rain, it's more like being in a car wash in your house.
Car wash.
I should know. It's like it's hail or something. That's what it sounds like.
It probably is hail by the sounds of it.
Were you challenging me to make this spell, or were you daring me to make it? Well, you know, if you ever need it, you can always just have a copy of this model when it's finished. Oh, the rain's died down in an instant. I think I'll just use the gong for final reference.
I think I'm getting somewhere now.
I think I'm just about getting somewhere now.
What a funny word, gong.
How is that a funny word?
It's just like gong.
I still don't get it. Okay, gong depth.
It is a piece of metal that makes a ringing noise.
I think I only know how to use Blender.
People who started with Fusion know Fusion the best. People who start with Blender know Blender the best. I would vote with Fusion.
I suppose you're right. I've never driven an automatic before.
I tried to drive an automatic and my foot went straight for the clutch and it wasn't there. And it confused the hell out of me.
Can't remember which circle it was. I reckon it was this one. No, not that one. Let's try this one then. No, definitely not that one. Well, I did intertwine that bit. Okay. So it should be this one then. There you go. I made this at like mid-2021 and it can do with a bit of revision, really.
Oh, something I meant to ask you. Is there still a system in your garage?
Not really.
You could add it to the background.
Oh yeah, I could do it actually, yeah. Well, I need to make more, showcasing grounds in order to actually use these models. Certainly a lot better than that Warbler Mile Jam farm that was used. I don't know if he made it, I don't know who made it, but I think this one's a bit better than that. This one's got full texture on it.
Oh, that's nice. Is it compliant for me to be using Wagos to connect the fly leads into a loop with this code point?
I don't know. Tell that to James. What have you got there?
XP95 code point.
With an ADT cover?
Yep.
But as I said, in this room there isn't really anything in this room, so I just added everything in there. And due to the size of the room, I'm not sure a Warbler would be appropriate, to be honest.
Pretty sure you go deaf for just standing in that room.
Yeah, exactly. I even did the logo myself as well, because it was unavailable, so I just decided to do it all myself. Don't ask me how I did that bit, that was a bit difficult.
I thought you said Woolworths. The model still looks pretty good, to be honest.
Well, maybe, but I don't think it's quite to scale. I made a Cyrex 4 model at the same time as this, but I did revise that. But so I haven't revised this one yet.
You have no idea how happy I am about owning that Cyrex brother.
I think I'll be revising this on the stream right about now. I say the biggest mistake of making this one was I didn't use the tape measure at the time.
Oh my god!
What is it?
It blinded me. The aptly named BRK, or as I like to call it, the brick. Because it's an absolute brick of a detector. This was once a Hachiki detector.
That looks like a pile of dirt.
It was once a Hachiki detector. It broke. So I decided to have some fun with it. I burnt it.
At least on this stream I can even actually show what it looked like before this.
Apologies. Alongside the Cyrex, this little siren thing. Oh shit. Probably my favourite. Scare the shit out of me.
You just scared yourself with it.
Yeah, I accidentally brushed it up against the battery terminal. I wasn't expecting it to go off yet.
A rare chance you actually perfectly have it lined up.
I already had the negative terminal on there. I accidentally managed to brush it against it and went, Jesus Christ, it likes to walk around. But I'm somewhat tempted to mount this somewhere in my shed.
I don't even know what kind of sirens they are, really.
It's the same concept as a Master Blaster. You know, with like the spinning thing inside and it making noise.
Yeah, any siren is the same.
Oh, that bit's not Pathfinder. It's just regular. It's nice to have. Oh, there's 2 of them that are just regular. Oh, there's 3 of them that are just regular. Oh, this one's Gardener. I had a Gardener element before, and oh, there's 2 Gardener elements. I ordered a pack of bog standard white background elements off eBay. They came and they were completely the wrong size. They wouldn't fit in cold points or anything. I think I might have some of them still. I'll show you what I mean now. If I take one of these Pathfinder elements and I put it to one of the corners, you can see it's longer. It doesn't fit in new styles. It broke one of my new styles, actually. Too wide and not tall enough. You can't use the test key on this now. You have to break it to activate it. I'll have to break this part now. I just broke the glass just so I can get out the cold point without damaging the cold point. It was cheap glass, and I should have seen it coming. I'm just going to break the last bit I got just so I can get rid of this stuff because I really don't like it. Oh, that broke weirdly. I'm wondering, is the Series 2 nearer or older?
The Series 2 is older. I think its first came out in 78. The World Series came out in 1994.
Oh, I hit 400 subscribers.
I can't even remember when I got up to 1,000. I don't even know how I even ended up with 1,000 in the first place.
You make some nice videos. They're interesting.
I think that's done now.
Good.
Oh yeah, that is much better now, isn't it?
Oh, shit.
What happened?
Switch cold point fell off my desk. Not good. Little plastic thing popped out slightly. It's alright though. Nothing's broken.
Well, I did 3 different ones, didn't I? Okay, here's the original version. This one's certainly more accurate. And there's this one here. Yeah, all I did was just add that bit on, and so yeah, that's the same, but that bit isn't. Oh yeah, I stuck that one as well.
Fire alarm. Oh, static systems texture.
Yeah, you could get Static Systems brand Vipers. The set about cheating and actually printing out this logo and sticking it on one of my unbranded Vipers. And Static Systems used the Cyrex for they never rebranded them.
It looks like there would have been a logo here on the brick. On the brick, the BRK.
Well, I've never seen one with a logo. You see the background here. I think I might replace that warbler with the Cyrex and render that image.
No, I don't want a ring anchor on call. It's got one of our stickers on it as well. Actually, mine's got one of our stickers on it.
Well, you corrected that this one's actually from 2015, correct?
Yes, it is. That one's from 2015, this one's from 2013. Once it's on mains, let me know.
You'll probably know.
Yep, there we are.
Yeah, but it says 20th of October, and it's actually, I think it's 24th.
Let me just see if you can change that through the front end. Yeah, okay. Press mute buzzer on that.
Press. Wait,
Yeah.
I didn't even put the key in it.
No panels usually need a key for muting buzzers.
An Embassy Light one does. How do you mirror your camera? Should I do the same?
Yours is the right way round, mine's not.
Well, I can't. It's the other way around.
Oh, that's interesting. You're viewing it different to how I can see it.
No, I'm doing this all wrong.
If it helps, pop the cover back on it. You will have to take it off again in a minute to do
Yeah, I
something.
suppose that helps. Process, remind me.
Ah, what have I just done? No, I've just set my level 2 code to the same code as me bloody... Ah, 1 minute. Are you on the main thing? So press menu, go down to level 3, and then press accept. You've not pressed accept. Accept's there. No, that's escape.
Oh, wrong one.
Scroll down until you see commissioning functions.
Network commissioning functions, here we are.
Yep. Bridge them pins.
Do I sort them out together?
Yeah, so you short them out together. Right, okay. Is it just showing up with...
Oh, hang on. All of the call points are flashing. And
Yeah,
the
so that's...
detectors too.
That's just started learning your loop then. Let that finish its loop learn, and then it should say updating the flash database, and then it'll kick you back out of that. They poll fast as well on XFP. Look how fast mine's polling.
Oh, man, they're pulling like crazy, everything.
That's how they do it.
Well, it's not as fast as that video I watched ages ago, but even still.
So now, open the panel back up and remove that little link that you had. And now you're ready to test your system. So when you set the system off, to silence it, you press the red button. To reset it, you press the green button.
Well, I did study that a bit prior. Okay, I'm going to activate the system now with the new style KC first.
Okay.
Oh no, stop to start.
Yep, so...
I thought it'd be.
Is what?
It wasn't as loud as I thought it'd be.
Yeah.
I don't know why it sounded so softly, or at least it didn't stutter.
Yeah, so it depends on the software version of the panel, really.
Okay. Hesitates to silence, but hey.
I think, if I remember correctly, all of the Hochiki sounders do soft start. I've never heard of
that wasn't the case years ago.
It probably was.
I'll be
It was
honest,
just
I'm actually
probably not
enjoying
that
this now.
noticeable.
Well, I'll be honest. I seem to be like withstanding this easily now. I mean, I know all the others are on white MK circular boxes like this, and every call point, well, apart from flush match ones, were on back boxes like this. But the call points, well, they had this glass, obviously, but the call points were not chub brand or anything. They were standard Hochiki. It was bog standard. It wasn't anything more special.
And that base as well, I snapped the address card off that as well.
Why'd you do that?
To make it look nicer. These were removed from...
They're not the ones I gave you, are they?
No, these here...
They're in ID 58s.
This one here was never even fitted on the system. This one was sat in its original box. And another notable mention for Intruder is this very weird old panel that I got recently. This is an old A1 Alarms Advantage ZX6 panel. These are actually quite a rare panel.
In the last few days.
This panel sounds like something from Mario.
What does? Wait. Yeah, you're right. It does sound very Nintendo-like. Well, I guess a lot of Overlong panels sound weird.
Both of those PIRs are active. I'm waiting for them to stop. I'm waiting for that Visonic PIR
I'm going to do that just to downright distract myself right about now. We seem to be going off topic with James talking, so yeah, why not? Oh, maybe it doesn't sound soft. Maybe it does sound identical. And that sounds identical too. It really is hitting me now.
Okay, that was loud.
That was hilarious, actually, if I'm honest.
That was very loud. I was not expecting that. For some reason, I thought I'd stuffed like a sock or something in the siren to make.
Well, I did that.
What the actual hell? This bell.
Oh yeah, it probably has a temper switch, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I did the same thing to my CQR Vented with the KSC call point on it.
Vimpex
Is that
siren.
the one I gave you, or was that?
Yes, it is, because the original siren out this box was dead.
Look what I've done to this one here.
Yep, I spotted that. That's very cursed.
Is it cursed?
Wait a minute. Whoa! Show me the back of that again.
How is it
Well,
cursed?
I've never seen that before. What model is that?
It's a M8AG000SGSTCK11.
M8A.
I don't know. I just found this little skip. I kind of restored it by putting another one of these on a glass.
That must be rare. Whoa! I didn't even know an M8A existed. Does that mean there's an M7A then? Have you got one of these?
No, but my school did have those.
Yeah, these are pretty sick. Set your system off. I'll put my headphones near it and see if it'll set it off.
Oh, yeah. I know for a fact that these did activate the door guards when they were installed. Yeah, I'm actually going to do it from the panel, the way they do it. I'm sure that's the way they did it at the time.
You can't set it off from the panel on the next FP.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah,
okay,
you can't.
fine. So one disadvantage of C-Tech over Kentech. Still, it was easier to set up. Oh, now it stutters.
There we are. That started to go off. There we are.
Risco, isn't? Why have I heard of that company before?
Yeah, they make some of the worst intruder alarm panels on the planet.
I thought Verisure did that.
I don't know. Risco, give them a run for the money.
I want to tell a few stories. Where do I begin, though? There's quite a lot to say about it, you know. It goes back as far as late 2006, right up to 2011. Let's just go back to 2006. The type of key. It looked like a piece of cheese, basically. Yeah, that key. I'm very sure that it was flush mounted. It did have that type of flush mounting bezier you get as standard with some Kentech panels. Did they do a kit for the Solo?
Yeah, of course they did.
So come the first day of Infant, late 2006. One of the first things on the first day I hear is this sounder. I didn't really know what the prior warning was, but the next thing I hear in a few seconds, well, is that. That thing was so loud. I still remember that bit to this day. As soon as it activated, I just put my hands over my ears. I didn't know what the hell it was. Think, as you expect, I was the only one that did it, really, in the old classroom. What was your first ever firearm system?
Right, my primary school, they did not have a Part 1 system, they just had BRKs.
Are you effing kidding me?
They now have Hi-Fires installed.
That's good. That's good. At that first day, I wasn't even asked to leave. No one was asked to leave the building. Just remember thinking, what the hell was that? It was effing loud.
As well, you would have been a lot younger too, so
exactly.
when you
I was 4 years older.
It would have sounded a lot louder.
One of these, on the same sort of volume, would have been a lot louder than it is now.
Yeah, it would sound that way, because even though it would be the same volume, it's just your ears develop over time. I used to think a Roshni on low volume was stupidly loud.
There has been a bit of an identity crisis of the way these sound in comparison to an actual symphony, which I identified as sounding identical. Then again, I hadn't heard its from System Activate since 2011. Anyway, I got the first story out of the way, the 2006, the whole origin story. I seriously remember it being louder than this. The devices, all the call points and all the sounders had survived, but I'm unclear what the Solo had. There's every chance they could replace it over time. Where I'd arrived in school earlier than everyone else on a Monday morning. The Marshal tests the firing system every Monday morning. I was already in there What was I actually thinking? I was already in class, even though no one else was. It was just me and the teacher, and the fire system activated. Well, it's unclear whether they did it through the panel or with one of the call points. But I was just thinking, fuck's sake, why would you do that? Well, I wouldn't have really thought that because, I wouldn't have known how to do that sort of thing. You get the picture. And then there was probably another fire drill in like 2009. That was during year 2 period, different classroom. I mean, this might sound silly, but I used to believe that the call points were the sounders back then. And there was no call point based in currently year 3 classroom, but there was a sounder in there. And I think that's when I learned that actually these are the sounders and not the call points. So I didn't learn that these were the sounders until like 2009, I guess. You mentioned the door cards. We literally just reconstructed this thing that I'm about to show you. Yeah, look, there's my advanced.
yes, it is.
They had door cards installed and they activated the system 3 times to test them. I was inside for 2 of those activations and outside for 1. Final bit, 2011. The only time they did get my message. They finally acknowledged. They took me out prior. Or they said that they were going to get me to check the weather outside. Next thing I know, the system activated it. When I was already outside, that is. And there you go, that was the last time I heard it. There is something else I should probably show you in like 2007, but I'm going to show you this here. This actual call point you see right here. I saw, a fire alarm company take the cover off of it in 2007.
Yeah, they would have been testing it.
Is there a way I can do that without activating the system?
Yes.
I did even ask them, I was a bit paranoid, unsurprisingly, but they made it clear they would not be activating the system. I got hold of this picture. I know it was this actual call points that you're seeing right now. It was this call point in the hallway that they took the cover off.
I'll talk you through it on the XFP in a minute.
I also remember seeing it could have been TP Fire Security, actually. The van they had was a red Vauxhall combo.
Could have been Walker, Walker have red.
Well, they were based in Suffolk.
Oh, right, okay, probably not Walker.
That's possible on a Kentec Solo, isn't it?
That's possible on every panel. That's how I usually test those call points, because sometimes when you've got a big bunch of keys, you can't get that. You can't get that long end into the call point.
But that's how. But they had the keys. They had this. Not specifically the hybrid one.
They would have had the keys, but
the keys for this hallway and the Solo all together.
Yes.
I've seen the Fire Marshal's keys numerous times.
Yeah, no, that is stupidly common. I don't think I've ever tested a Series 2 or World Series with a key on the site. I always just unscrew the screw. I
just saw the inside of the KSC, basically. You see this shirt I'm wearing? Kingfisher class of 2010.
Oh, yeah.
I really have had this since 2010.
Yeah.
I'm glad I still have this shirt to this day, to be honest. Not only is it the same shirt I was wearing when I last saw Francis in that picture at Clapham Junction, but I basically got this from the same place of the firearm system that I replicated. So what have we got in this advanced thing? It's got a different key switch on. I haven't seen that before.
We added that not that long ago.
You added it?
It was added in. Pretty much what we did was just drilled a hole in the front of the panel and... ow! Okay, the panel's trying to tip over on me. Yeah, one thing they do, which is heavily non-compliant on anchor schemes, is they monitor their fire alarms through the warden call system.
Sounder group A11 enabled?
No, that's sounder group all. So then scroll up with the 1 arrow.
Disabled.
Yep, now press accept. And now you can just hit escape until you're back at the home screen.
Hit escape?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, so now you've got... So now if you test a call point, the panel will activate, but the sounders will not. My bunch of keys cover up half of this panel.
Since the sounders are disabled, I'm just going to reconstruct what I saw in 2007.
Oops, I forgot to reset the call point. That'll do it.
So yeah, the engineer just took the cover off with a screwdriver and revealed the inside of the call point. That's kind of all I saw, basically. But I think, assuming that they would have taken the glass out now. So let's see. Panel's clicked, but sound's not going. Oh yeah. Yeah, I reckon that's probably what I would have done. Remind me why this panel was replaced in the first place again.
Purely just for a little upgrade.
They just wanted to get a new panel for no reason.
Oh, what did it get upgraded for? 6,000 plus, of course. See, I like ProTech just for its sounder tones. Like, if I go over to my...
Still sounds fairly bland. I mean, more so than a 34770.
I've got the system next to it with the TS86 on it. That's the only two real ProTech sounds I can give you at the moment without plugging a PC into the panel. I'll take a video soon as well of some of the functions as well, so you can just look back at that video and see...
You mean this video?
Yeah, that's a fair point. You can actually look back at this and see how to do the functions.
Well, it serves other purposes as well, like relaxing Craig to sleep or something.
I prefer the round glass, and I like the gent glass.
Yeah, but I figured I had too many of the round ones, to be honest. That's why I figured I'd just give you that one. I mean, it looks like a water bottle with a circuit board in it.
Yeah, it's a bit mad.
Yeah, I think this is the PIR you gave me, isn't it?
Yeah, you're holding it upside down.
I don't know, am I? Wait, is it meant to be up this way?
Yes.
Oh, what's in these?
Oh, is that a Hazard and Besson Bandit?
This, yeah, that is. It's a chub brand one. Like,
I love them.
I've been meaning to do a video of this since when I got it, but
I've been trying to get my hands on one for a while, but I've been scanning eBay for ages and can't find one.
Yeah, I specifically wanted a chub brand one.
I want an ADT brand one, to be honest.
They're really common, those ones.
That's a telephone thing. That's not a Bandit.
It's a PIR, isn't it?
Oh, 1 minute. Yeah, that's Raycor Guard All Apollo. Then that's cool. That is cool.
I don't know what this PIR here is, but I salvaged this one from a demolition site.
Oh my god. They're one of my favourites. I wish they still made those.
I've also got this panic button thing.
Ew.
What do you mean here?
Pad P2.
But it's stainless steel. It looks better than most others.
They do a Pad P3 in stainless steel, but I just don't like them. I thought the Pad P2s were awful.
Well, they just look ugly to you.
The looks of them are fine. The mechanisms in them are awful.
This Menvia brand relay.
Don't get me started on Menvias.
Why not?
No, because I could talk about Menvias for hours.
Well, I like Menvia, sort of.
Oh, do I?
At least old Menvia, that is.
I think those Hachiki detectors came out in the late 70s. I present to you the best intruder alarm panels on the market.
Again, that sounds very Nintendo-like too, doesn't it?
What the hell is that thing under that gent heat detector?
The Cerberus?
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? That's ugly.
No, it's not ugly. It's kind of good looking.
That's ugly.
Not ugly, it's like... Yeah, Cerberus. Yeah, I mean, I think this is the same type of base, but it says AFA Minerva on this one.
What the hell? My mouse is going crazy. Look at, oh my god, my mouse is glitching out so badly here. What is going on? Oh, it's my keyboard. It's my keyboard that's causing that. Okay.
Hey, James, want to see the first sectors I've ever got?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, they're right here. Starts with the Series 60. I bought the base for it later on. And then there's this here Nissan combination, which was to follow. I got them in 2013. They both came from the same place in Knightsbridge in central London.
Yeah.
I didn't know what this was until 2015. I guess I didn't even know about Nissan at all until 2015, really. And when I did, I decided to have a look at this again. It says MFG 1982, but I thought this range didn't come out until 1985.
Them NID 58Fs are from 1983. Oh my god, when did I get a Zyton device? This is one of these ugly things. Ooh, actually, that's just reminded me about my ZP2. I forget I had that panel.
I didn't know you had a ZP2.
Exactly. Even I didn't know I had one until I just found that detector and started using Zyton. Actually, never mind. No, never mind. I'm not going to start using Zyton because I don't want to turn into a Zyton fanboy because then everybody's probably just going to call me weird. Let me have
I'm
a
pretty
look.
sure it's Zyton.
Oh no, that's not Zyton. That's Siemens Cerberus.
Plus, it also has Z on the product code. It doesn't say what it really is. Well, one of the places I've seen one of these sectors is actually on the Zyton system.
Yeah, it'll have been on the zone monitor.
Yeah, like this here has got 7.2 on the product code.
That's probably an early detector. That these were the 7.240.
Uses the same base as this one.
That chloride gent is just an older. My school had a couple of them, and
They got taken out. I miss them detectors.
Well, I guess it's good to know there's one in preservation now. Remove it and look, it's a standard Hochiki, can fit on a standard Hochiki base now. I appreciate you, well, helping with the C-Tech and, just getting it set up in the first place, really.
Yes, sound.
Well, I appreciate everything, so thank you very much.
Yeah, alright, sound chip. So
yeah, both of you have gone a bit silent.
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also still here.
Well, I might see if I can do this as well. This is just a temporary device. I'm not going to be keeping this for much longer. It's a 32716 multi-sensor. Well, yeah, I think to start off, I'll probably be making this. Not the box, I mean the actual belt,
That's a mini bell, isn't it?
It's far from mini, it's bigger than a standard bell. You mean
Also,
that?
it sounds quite nasty.
Does it?
To be fair, it sounds like I just smacked a saucepan on a door or something.
Yeah, they're so loud, and it doesn't have like a nice ring to it.
If you want to hear something loud, this Banshee is on full volume currently.
Well, I can try and just pull this thing back.
Oh, there we go.
It's very distinctive design, you know.
Oh, has Sam seen my fire alarm system?
Well, he's probably seen that video I did of it, yes.
But like on the wall and everything.
No, I don't think anyone's seen that yet. Yeah, this bell is bigger than a standard one, so... Well, it's actually 8 inches.
Here's the door that's meant to be on the front of that Sigma.
What's James just sent me now? Oh, God. Oh, it actually activated. Okay, no.
Oh, so it's older intelligence. They don't like activating.
Oh, you saw... I didn't mean to share that, though. That's a bit taller than the average original I see.
This is a big Vig.
Are they actually called big Vigs on like the product code or anything? I thought that's just what 4052 referred to them
Oh,
as.
I got the batteries in it. That makes sense.
At least you don't need a specific size like I need for the C-Tech. You probably saw that previous live stream, didn't you?
Yep. The main control card, which died on me, I had to get a replacement one of those.
Yeah, you told me about that, didn't you?
I can set it off if you want me to.
Yeah, you could if you want.
That's cool that you have it installed on your wall.
Yeah, like your system. Well, at least your system ain't some bland vigilance system.
Well, my system's not that bad.
Well, if you enjoy it, that's fine. The famous voice line for gent devices.
Well, they changed that now because they switched into safe messages.
I'm not even sure. Are there even any videos left of that voice? I mean, it's extremely well known, but...
Sub-fault. That means that attack nearly went off.
I don't
Literally
need to
now.
ask that. I don't need to ask that.
Let's see what I'm sure.
Oh, it's one of those old fallen panels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Nice
mirrored.
exercise.
Why is it fucking mirrored?
It's not mirrored. I mean, not
It
in my
is.
point of view, it's not. But maybe in your point of view, it's... Actually,
Yeah, on my point of view,
remember the
it's
previous stream I said that my video was mirrored, but it wasn't.
Have you got a warbler?
That's not what James said.
I've been trying to get a warbler for ages. Is that a car battery?
Oh, that's my car battery that I gave him.
For a panel?
Yeah, I figured he could make a use out of it.
Older Hochiki.
It's not really old, is it? Maybe as old as you, but not as old as me.
That's not old. Mine is like double the age. No, I got stuff from like the 60s here. This cool point is from the 60s.
Some say the warblers are from the 60s as well, apparently.
Oh, yeah, this one, 1195.
I always just called them conventional 3400s.
I don't know what's a series 2.
But you just salvaged one. You should know what it is. Yeah, that's a series 2. Well, I guess fire safe still exists. They're just not quite the same as they were.
They make weird conventional panels and mostly Tycho rebadges now.
Tycho? I've already rebranded C-Tech.
I'm pretty sure they rebranded the MZX.
Are you thinking of Fire Class?
I am.
Of course.
I'm half asleep.
Okay, I've set my volume to be manual gain. You want to hear the fire alarm system? Alright, you ready for a warbler and 2 bells?
Yeah, just go for it.
Oh yeah, it is 8 inches.
That's what it checked out on the measurements. I didn't know you wanted it though.
I wouldn't have been able to get it anyway because I had no money at the time.
So imagine if you both just started bidding against each other.
Oh, I've bid against AS Systems before.
Yeah, for that repeater, wasn't it?
It wasn't a repeater, it was a main panel. I mean, how do you even know about it? I never even told you anything about it.
Adam told me. I'm going to use this to put the core point on. That is loud.
Yeah, he said it's
I wired the warbler wrong. I got it on the intermittent tone. I haven't got it on the wee woo wee woo. Just on woo.
At least Dylan will like that because he likes to hear the SR2 on PIP.
At some point, I really want to get a Warbler or SR2.
Well, James says that the SR2 is somewhat more common these days.
I know. Is yours addressable or conventional?
Which one do you mean?
The one Sam is working on, but you need to put on zone 2.
What, the Sigma? You said that about my advanced. At least before I gave it to James, that is. Well, he's seen the advanced on that demo board before I even used it.
Sigma is conventional.
I mean, the Synchro AS is the addressable version of that.
Looks like a car horn.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. 2 was negative.
I'll give it a try.
I mean, I only memorised the... If you remember, what was it, System Test 19? Well, the first video I added a 9004. I put a resistor in the Series 2 I put on that system.
Hey, this is the ultimate sounder.
Oh, Jesus. It's a bell. Can I put this screw in? No, that screw doesn't fit. Oh, I forgot this cold point test on the side. Just I've got issues with mine. Oh, my knuckle.
It's okay, I felt like that mostly during the C-Tech live stream.
You should add it to your background.
Yeah, there are lifts in this background, and although they aren't meant to be... Although in another part of it there are meant to be these bells, I think... Well, yeah, that was the whole point of making these bells anyway. I finished that, didn't I?
You might get blasted by a Roshni. Not Roshni, Banshee. There you go. Oh, it's the ionization that went off. Hold on. I can't get...
How did the ionization one go off?
Oh, they both went off. It re-alarms. Emergula is based in a town called Morley.
Well, I knew about the place before I knew about Morley IS, really. I think I discovered Morley IS in 2015. And I was like, oh, you mean like the place in Yorkshire? Let me have a look at those multi-sensors again.
These aren't mine, so I can't like send them around and whatever.
They're not even the correct...
Yeah, these were made by Max Marble Wolf. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah, this is what multi-sensor is supposed to look like.
Have they got the number of ribs or whatever?
Yeah,
on
they've
that
done it. They've done it all
thing?
wrong.
It's kind of like a Siemens DM101.
Well, you remember that video, eh? Wait, did they even do a video on it?
I know I had one.
I don't remember giving you one.
It was given to me by someone called Callum.
Oh, Callum Simpson. I did give one to him back in 2017.
It's like inverted the screw.
Why don't you just flip it around then?
Because that happens.
Oh, I'll measure off of this one. What have you done with that fire writing? Oh, it looks Chinese.
There's asbestos stickers all over the place.
I call them Amazon stickers. They
I call
just
them
immediately
well, I
remind me
used
of
to think they
Amazon,
were
right?
alarm tech stickers because I only found them in Tesco. I've seen asbestos stickers on panels in Tesco. Hence, I used to think it was actually the alarm tech logo. Well, I guess the square version really is that much difference.
I think Sam's
Really?
disconnected his internet again. But it's sad that there's like absolutely no information about the Fawn.
Well, that's just typical.
There's like no information about the K3002 either. The only thing I can find about it is an obsolescence notice.
Exactly.
Oh, that's annoying.
James says life safety equipment. He justifies it, but I can't justify that.
Justifies what?
I don't know, the obsolescence notice and all that bullshit.
Oh shit, I just found some Fawn 1620. Oh, they got the picture of inside the 1620. It actually looks really different. Oh, it's repeater.
I did say that, didn't I?
I wonder how would the repeater wire up?
Yeah, they'd have a terminal.
I think only certain panels really have terminals for repeaters.
Oh, that makes sense. That's what the R things are for. Oh, I actually need to save these pictures.
It's Pennine Systems, it says, brother.
No, I see where you're getting Pennine from.
Pennine System, whatever it is. Pennine Systems. Pennine Systems was probably an integrator.
Installer. I'm pretty sure the Pennines start at Derbyshire anyway. Do you think it was bland?
I don't know.
Bored?
Yeah, a bit.
I mean, I get bored on other people's streams sometimes, especially Jordan's.
Jordan?
He hasn't done one in a couple of years, actually.
Has anything changed on your Hachiki setup?
Not yet, although I am planning on putting a conventional sounder on it as well.
I forget what the model number of this is.
So it's the CXU WSB2. I used to have a couple of those, but sold both of them. Tell you what, though, I was actually thinking of making a universal.
Oh, right, yeah.
The reason for that, I also set about experimenting animation. I mean, here's what I've come up with. You know the universal that we all know before this cool point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So you know the intro. I was thinking of, instead of the globe, we have the cool point. but then we also have the universal letters going around it in the same way.
That sounds like fun to make. Oh shit, that's loud. Like that. Why is it so loud?
I get it, it's like class change. At least I also found a home for the MF200.
The MF200?
Yeah, I went to James. I recently tried this. See, there's a gent test key and a hybrid KAC key. You see this hole in the middle? It's the exact same size as this bit on the gent test key.
What on earth? I've never realised that. I can't really do that because there's a tag hanging off mine.
These are actually the keys for the Notifier Firestar.
I've never seen the Firestar.
Be right back. Just stare at the background until further notice.
Yeah, the Cyrex in the background.
Right, I'm back.
Oh no, I just broke the fuse instead of pulling it out of the terminals.
Firestar is here.
Oh, it's one of those.
You not seen it before?
I've seen one of those before.
I did actually find one in a building in Slough. Well, I've had this panel since 2018 and I never really wanted to get rid of it, so I'm not going to.
There's the
but
fuse.
I haven't touched it for ages. What happened?
I tried to use pliers that were far too big to get it out and I smashed it by accident.
Maybe I'll create a separate demo board for this panel and its devices. Both its actual devices and other system sensor devices I have as well.
I have a system sensor detector. I think you gave it to me actually.
Oh yeah, that detector you got from me, that came from the same system that this came from. Yeah, that looks good with the full feature.
It does. Why have they spelt it radioactive with a K instead of a C? Oh my god, this is so annoying. Look at the way the can is opened. It's not opened properly.
Okay, enough of that.
Oh, I just poured it all over my foot. Oh god.
Have you ever seen like a hybrid addressable panel being replaced with a conventional panel? I've seen a Fusion be replaced with a conventional haze panel. But yeah, this Series 2 I could always just add an LED on the top of it.
The one I was looking at wasn't Fawn branded, it was AFA Minerva. I just sent you the picture in Discord.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. I remember. I was actually trying to bid on that one, but I kind of chickened out at the last minute, let Adam go for it. I mean, that actual call point you just showed me. But yeah, I was actually in the bidding of that actual call point. I kind of wonder if they ever did like an ADT brand Series 2 as well.
I had a ADT branded old style which had the the side test.
And you're certain it was a Series 2?
So a Gent branded Cyrex.
Well, you took this logo, put it on your eBay profile.
Oh yeah, I did, didn't I?
I mean, Luke Wilson inspired me to create this logo because it turns out there is such thing as a Gent brand Cyrex.
I got my Cyrex right here actually.
Black. Look at that.
Black Cyrex. That
Looks more like a Gent one now, doesn't it? Because, you know, the Gent Yodlon was black. Well, the base was black, but the fascia on the Cyrex, the Gent brand Cyrex, was white.
Could you tell if it was painted?
Because, you know, base was like that, fascia was like that. But yeah, this is how a Gent brand Cyrex is actually supposed to look.
I could probably do conventional because my house isn't
But
that
that's
big.
even better than anything addressable.
Conventional, that means I can use stuff like this, which is far more interesting.
You know, I always know what I see. It was a very unusual sounder, just like the Cyrex that you just saw.
Yeah, the black and white Cyrex.
Well, the Odlon was also black and white, except the front was black and the base was white.
I've never owned a Yodel alarm. I tried looking on eBay once, and I think the cheapest one I found was like 100 or something quid.
What? Didn't know they were still making
What on
them.
earth is this?
Oh, the white. You know how most older Yodelons would have had this bit entirely red, with the casing any colour? Grey, black, white, yellow.
Yellow?
There was someone on YouTube that had a yellow one, but he's no longer around.
I think I saw the picture of the gent one on your channel.
It did make it to #1 on 2022.
I think I need to fix my Cyrex because the potentiometer is like really dirty.
Well, it had been in a depot for like 30 years with DMUs being serviced. I keep all the sounder and bell instructions in here. So it's not as sharp, is it?
It might be worth taking a picture and sending it on Discord instead.
Yeah, I'll do that. What's my phone gone? Actually, you know what really sounds weird when it comes to potentiometers? The ProTech base sounder.
Close up the sex, I don't want to spill it on the floor.
To cover fixing holes. I mean, these things. Yeah, I never use them. And then, of course, there was the 32-tone version, which I got first. I've had that one since at least 2015.
They make 32-tone Cyrexes?
Yeah, you know that. I mean, my school had a 32-tone Cyrex.
Sounds like it's
Called
Pippin.
it. Yeah, it is. It's very quiet, isn't it?
There you go.
I didn't say turn it up.
Why is it doing that? It's like beating faster, like a faster gap. Did you hear that? That's all the way down.
Okay. I've actually known about this place since 2020, but I kind of remembered it more recently. Now I remember, this is the reason I actually made that Roshni in Blender in the first place, because, well, this place has them.
That kind of looks like a Sodax.
No, it's a Roshni. It makes this film system very interesting, you know. The variety of conventional. Why do you think I like conventional so much?
Yeah, conventional's a lot less boring.
Yeah, you can use whatever you want. I'll be honest, it was actually a rather cheap, early Chuck Patrol Master 600 Kentech Synchro on eBay. A bit like the one Ben McKenna used to have.
I used to have a Control Master, it's just I got rid of it.
Yeah, well, you claimed it was mine, but I claimed it wasn't. I probably would have known if it was.
Didn't you sell it on eBay?
Yeah, I did sell it on eBay. Someone in Leeds.
I know many people from Leeds.
I don't know, why am I getting so tempted by Kentech? I had a bad experience there. I need to remind myself. It is addressable after all. Well, I would have got a Kentech Solo, but everyone says they're unreliable.
Well, they're not unreliable, it's just not enough people have owned them to say they're unreliable.
These are the only internal pictures of it, and you can't see what protocol it is. It's ridiculous. 20th of July 2008, by the looks of it. Oh, hang on, it actually says 2007 on the main label.
Why does that
I
look
guess-
different? It looks different from what I had.
Yeah, it's the older version. It's a bit like the one Ben McKenna used to have. You probably don't know about him. I think his was also 16 zone as well. I didn't know about the Chubb brand version of the AS until 2016, I guess. I'll tell you what though, the Sonos, the Chubb brand Sonos Center I got, that came with his Kentech, Chubb brand Kentech, and so I got that at the same time. Well, I actually wanted a Chubb brand Sonos Sounder Beacon for years. The reason for that is the very first phone system I actually laid hands on in 2011. I do actually have a picture of that actual system taken in 2016 that is shown on the website. Well, I created this channel that you know in 2013, but I didn't put foreign videos on it until 2015. Although the very first video that obviously James knows about, that demo board I made in 2014 with the Cool Point Sounder. Did a video of it in early 2015, finally got around to uploading it in sort of late 2015. Not just the first video on my channel, the first foreign video by far he ever watched was my first video. Well, he claims he was 9 when he watched it. James certainly does.
I don't know why people hate on XFP so much. Every XFP
I think it's just because they look a bit ugly. Well, not the ugliest, but yeah.
Every single XFP I've owned, I've never had an issue with them.
It's like a foreign panel with not looks, but decent personality, you could say.
Yeah.
I know that guy you know made something similar to this, but I did it anyway.
Prince Sofa, yeah.
Don't know why he never even released his models himself.
Reese, are you still watching the stream?
Someone is. Well, how long have you known about me, though? Did you know about me in, like, 2017 or so?
Yeah, I knew about you. I've been watching you since, like, 2017.
Didn't really have much to showcase back then, did I? I mean, heck, I didn't even have System Test 10 out at that point. I got one to Sheffield Moore in early 2018. System Test 10 was one of the first videos to be edited by it, which is why I still used to this day.
What, the Sheffield Moore?
Well, Naka actually recommended it originally. Yeah, whenever I'm left alone on live streams solo, I tend to feel paralysed and quiet. Most of my older live streams are a bit boring. I guess maybe I have come this far. I think these older live streams just highlight just how bland I really was.
Yeah, but even then you used a very particular word, was, because obviously you've improved a lot.
I don't know why I relied on Jordan, really. Just left me to rot during that period. Probably one of the many reasons 2022 was, indeed, a bad year. At least it's all over.
Should I put this on the Zone Monster?
Could do. Adam was 14 when he created his channel in 2017.
Yeah.
And I was 15 at that point.
I must have been like 8 or 9 when I started doing alarm.
Have you ever been in New Year's live streams?
Oh yeah, last year before. This is the first year he's not doing one.
Well then, tell you what, you can first give me a bit of insight on how to do it and spread the word.
Well, spread the word that you're doing a live stream.
Mm-hmm.
It might be worth creating a Discord server.
Yeah, I never really created one myself. Didn't think I needed to. Ask anyone else if they think I should as well. Maybe I'll have a go at creating mine. Probably at least try and get James in it, and maybe see if I can get Dylan as well. Who knows? Doubt he'll join it, but
Just get all your friends in it.
You know, I'm still in Adam's server. I'm also still in Jordan's server as well. Some servers I just can't be bothered to leave.
Yeah.
In fact, I haven't even left any of them, really. I'm still in all of these others that I joined in the first place. Adam's server, Jordan's server, you name it.
Oh, there's an S quad above James.
Yeah, no, I saw.
That's not an
Either that or
escort
it's-
at all. That's a DEF detector. It's a French fire alarm, which look hideous.
Are you in
I've got
France?
I think everything
Yes, I am. I'm currently one of the hotels. I'm not going to name which one, but I'm in one of the hotels for Disney, as you can probably tell by what I'm wearing. Going home tomorrow.
Well, I should have known that some people do things like that for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, there's the leader panel.
Well, at least it was there for a few seconds.
Someone just joined the VC. Clarkson.
Do you think we should maybe, I don't know, binge watch various YouTube videos during this? We could look at the classic Fire Alarm Videos UK and EU playlist that I created
let's
recently.
do that.
This video dates back to early 2006 and it said it's filmed in 2005.
I don't think YouTube existed until 2006.
No, it existed in like 2005.
Brunel Fire Alarm, I've watched this.
This is like the second oldest Fire Alarm video by far.
Comment.
Hey, Olivia. Oh, it's that guy. I know of him. I was about to say, hey, guy I don't know about. He follows me on Instagram.
Sounds like a Roshni.
It is a Roshni. Well, I'm pretty sure it was a Roshni, though. It's September 2006.
Ah.
XP95.
Oh, yeah.
This will feature a full operation of a suppression system.
Yeah. I don't know what sound that is.
Well, that would be a Banshee MT. And the Roshni too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did show him this playlist, didn't I? Yeah, you saw what happened. This wasn't a test. That would have activated the detectors now, wouldn't it? I knew this was too good to last.
McLaren House, a very good video.
January 2007.
I've got one of the sound that's features in that video on my Vigilon. The New Year's sound off. The 34203.
Everyone always mentions this video like it's classic. I'm sure you can find any video of this type of gen system.
I'm not sure, I just like that video. Is that a light switch?
Yeah, it is. And that's, I can't remember what kind of sound that is.
It's turboing.
These ones sound like Banshee sounds.
Yeah, I reckon there's a Banshee sounders.
This video is older than it looks, actually. This is 2007.
Full branded fire extinguisher.
Well, you've never seen one before.
I don't think so, no.
See, it's not just Teslas that get fire, you know.
Online. The first is a single stage alarm, which is a continuous note like this. If you hear this, you should
Sounds
leave
like
the building
warblers.
by the nearest
No, they're not warblers, they're Maxitrons. As far as I know, the Maxitron itself is almost 120 decibels. Here, it makes it sound creepy.
area, like this. This alarm indicates that unless the fire is in your area, you should remain in your workplace. However, you should be prepared to evacuate in case the need arises. If this happens, the alarm will change to a continuous note, so make your way to the assembly point.
Okay.
In the event of evacuation, don't run. Don't stop to collect your personal belongings. Don't use lifts.
I wish my siblings would stop yelling.
That's not your problem. Can't even see that call.
Shortest extinguishers and
Been done for rebranding Maxitrons as well.
to find out this information. So find out now.
I wonder what panel that would have been.
Many of
Lovecraft, maybe? Who knows? Well, this next video is actually by far the first ever Fire Alarm video I watched. Not the advert, though.
Another completely unrelated advert.
It's a Cranford Controls Vector. It's like a bass sounder version of the Viper. It's got the same tones and all. This was uploaded in 2008 also, and I first watched it in probably mid-2011. Yeah, back then there really wasn't that much to choose from though.
There was nowhere near as many fire alarm enthusiasts back then as there was now. That kind of looks like Orbis.
ESP Fireline.
A 32-tone Spanish multi-tone sounder.
Spanish. I don't know where a lot of my own collection is.
As far as I know, all fire alarm sectors have two LEDs. In all this time, I never actually used one of these on a phone system before. Well, I didn't know where I could get these things from, really. I don't think I watched that video until, what, 2012 or something? But this one I probably watched in 2011.
It's kind of chunky.
This one's more of a classic. I don't know how they actually merged it into the detector without putting it on an MK circular box.
KC.
Now I'm
It's
going
not level
test
now.
the manual cool point.
We're using broken glass, so...
Oh yeah, he's just broken that glass. I wonder if he knew he broke the glass.
Well, it was already broken prior.
Oh right, I used to do that.
You could tell it was.
That element looks like it's slightly further up than it's meant to be.
This was filmed in 2008.
I'm not sure if there was Chinese elements back then.
Utopian habitat, maybe? I mean, one of the other flaws of the Universal that I forget to mention is how much more difficult it is to do this with it, you know? That's another thing that I've known since 2013. I found it easier in both the World Series and the Eastern KC Cool Point. I think I first watched this one in like either 2012 or 13.
That's the fire bell and
That branding though, I never recognised it. Bell is forever unidentified.
And the computer only outputs 5 volt.
Well, now it sounds like it's running off the computer on its own. Yeah, all the videos on this place are all in order from 2006 onwards.
Not a very old version of Visual Studio. Okay, that's definitely an external power supply. Cerberus. Does that say Cerberus?
Now, the one on the right is Channel.
Oh, those are the ones that spin. I want to get one of those.
Well, I did get my first one in 2013. It came with a JSP, basically. I don't think I'd ever seen it. Or this one. Oh yeah, here's a classic. It existed in 2008. When did I watch this? Probably 2011.
It's flashing on a shadow base.
And it's even got the old weatherproofing kit. It's either an old new style flashlight or a new old style flashlight, I guess. So this one definitely is a two-tone flashlight. I mean, I salvaged a two-tone flashlight, which may be considered a new style flashlight, but it dates back to 2005.
They're continuous.
This one's 8 minutes.
Sounds like Apollo. It sounds like ancillary bases.
Oh yeah, I've got it. The ADT? No, wait, actually no, that's a Voyager.
Yeah, I was about to say, it looks
That's
like a Minerva
DEL,
MX2,
yeah.
but no, that's a Voyager.
Yeah, that would be running a pilot for a second, yeah. I thought that was an MX2 for a second.
Oh, it stopped.
This isn't even in the UK.
That's a yacht alarm.
Yeah, YF5. I think I first watched this one in 2011, and then that there is a Menvia brand.
Yeah, evidently he pressed that, he didn't realise he could reset it.
Well, normally you're supposed to twist the emergency stop buttons.
I think that was one with a key. Very quiet warblers.
They're not
Stafford Tower.
warblers,
This is
they're 1, 2, 3, 4
escorts.
months.
It definitely gives off 2008 though, judging by the outfits.
I mean, I should remember 2008. I'm not sure if you do. I don't know, were you around in 2008?
Well, I would have been 1 year old in 2008.
Yeah, well, I would have been 6 at that point. By then, I'd already been dealing with the Hoshiki addressable by that point, and taking note of other farm systems. The system with the Firester, which I eventually salvaged 10 years later. This is the first video where I've rediscovered the original volume call points.
The Russian.
And it appears to have been uploaded in the same year that I first noticed one in the first place. Well, you know, sometimes I always know what I see. There's no picture evidence that that system actually had these call points, but I know what I saw. Whatever was left of its farm system in 2018 was still Menvia stuff, and it just had its call point spaces with universal ones. Yeah, I think I've known this video since 2012, and I remember this part of it pretty well. That image there is actually of a Hoshiki HCPW.
What's the difference between the HCPE and HCPW?
It's waterproof.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well watch this though, the glass gets stuck and doesn't activate. Although, I've never had this problem with a new style KC call point. The glass is somehow stuck in its position.
I've had this before. Reproduction element, they're sometimes too wide.
Yeah, they've done pretty accurately.
There you go. Oh, no conduit visible.
Yeah, it's flush-matic box, isn't it?
I don't think. I'll try it again.
Remember when we used to wire detectors like this and reset them
Yeah.
like that?
I remember when I first started in the hobby, I didn't have a panel, so that's how I wired detectors.
Yeah, well, I didn't have a detector until 2013. Do you remember this guy? As of 2015, it kind of erased again. Had this guy still been around, I think I'd have put many of his videos on this playlist, you know. Pretty sure the channel itself is wiped out as well. The Vega is under the threat of extinction, much like other panels used in Homebase. But then, rightfully so, the Vega is extremely unreliable.
I like the LCD on the Vega because it has like that flashing fire text.
But yeah, the Underground itself never used Vegas, they only used Kentech or Advanced usually.
What's that?
As far as I know, this is actually an alarm 6 point. Again, I've known this video since 2011. This is such a classic. That's the hybrid key.
I've never seen a red synchro.
You've probably never been on the Underground.
No, I've been on the Underground, I've just not seen panels in the Underground. I was on
Is
the
it now?
Elizabeth line.
I know Whitechapel Station used to have a synchro, but it's been replaced with an Advanced MX Pro 5 when the Elizabeth line was built. We're on to 2009 now.
It's a weird siren. It's a Hot Cheeky Symphony, isn't it?
Well, who knows? Because I'll tell you one thing, it doesn't sound like a symphony, otherwise I'd have identified it as sounding similar to the CHUBS, because I watched this video in like 2012 as well. That beacon I thought was the Solex, but it's actually one of those Elmdene beacons.
The Solex looks kind of like the Roshni.
And I still have no idea what sounder is being used on this. I think this is the only classic video of a C3 sounder left, really. Maybe it was the oldest in the first place. Where did you get those clocks? I've never seen those. It's a bit fast though, isn't it?
It sounds similar.
Hi, I'm Reggie.
There you are.
Welcome to Reading Eggs.
What on earth?
Yes, what you said.
Oscar, the fire drill.
And speaking of what on earth is this Haver system as well? This is what Shepherd's Bush, I believe. Because Stratford didn't exist until 2012. This was 2009.
Yeah. Well, it kind of sounds like a burglar alarm is going off.
It turns out my video may be the first of Stratford, but then this is the first of Shepherd's Bush. I haven't found any other videos uploaded before 2016.
There's a lot of BTP.
Road series by the looks of it.
Actually, was BTP around for 2009?
Yeah, I'm sure it would have been.
Because I'm pretty sure BTP didn't really start going around underground stations until after 7.7.
I think I should really, no, that's not even possible. I can't really showcase this and Discord at the same time. Actually, I've got a better idea. This sort of makes my leaked footage a little normal, I guess. I guess this is potentially more hypocritical than I am, but it's still an absolute classic. Yeah, what is wrong with using the Teskey? At least I actually had the Teskey with me.
Pressing and breaking the glass at the point shown on the glass.
Well, that broke easily.
As soon as the alarm sounds,
Minigary.
must be called.
I can just remove that whenever. I'm going to join this temporarily and just see what's going on.
Someone joins who's Matthew. Hi.
Hey. Hello. Oh, and I'm live at the minute. Well, Sam's just temporarily disappeared, so I'm just
fair
gonna.
enough. You're more than welcome to, mate.
What are you guys up to?
I think just discussing what we might do in 2026, you know?
I don't know what to do in 2026, to be honest.
I'm back.
I guess that being said, I guess now that being said, I think this live stream is starting to make sense, I suppose.
Oh, you want a live
I already shared a link here a few minutes ago.
Are you in like work or education or what?
Me? Neither.
Okay.
I thought you were an every driver. Are you not an every driver anymore?
Well, I was at one point. Wait, which one are you? I thought you were. Oh no, you're the Cambridge one.
I'm not.
You?
Yeah, I'm the Cambridge one.
Well, then I really haven't spoken to you in a while, then have I?
Do you guys really call in this server much?
Not really.
That often,
Not really,
but we decided to just do it tonight. I spend most of my time just.
Well, it was a
calling
good
Fraser
idea.
directly. Oh, it
Yeah,
was a
of
good idea.
course.
Tell you what, we were just watching classic
Matt.
Farnham videos. We could continue if you want. It's there if you want it.
Oh, I love those staff training videos. I have to do the Morrisons.
Another fire alarm has gone off.
Thought that was an advert for us. You know, I heard that they were destined to build a new depot near Sherryans on the airfield. Well, you know, the airfield's closing. I'm just going to hide this for now. I wonder if there's a way to mute that.
I just got another phone to record the sound off
You're
when
still
I
here.
press it.
I just hope you're not neglected during this stage.
No, I'm not. I was. Oh, one of my cameras just went offline.
But never mind, let's resume. I think the only thing worse than AI is bad CGI, basically.
Oh, I know, it's bloody terrifying.
Oh my god, the phone is really warm.
Take
I
a
don't know
quick
when
break
not-
again. Just taking another quick break. Silence. If only I could actually do that when I was on Discord itself, not just on this live stream. Well, wait a minute. I guess that's a feature I've only just discovered now. And sometimes I find groups like that too much. Sometimes it's depending on what's going on. I mean, I know what it's like to be in that position of neglect.
I think I might have killed the phone. I'm going to go find a charger quickly, so I'll be back.
Well, okay. Back to being loud again, eh? I mean, I know we really first met on one of Jordan's live streams, and prior to that, you'd already been following my channel years before.
I was aware of you for years already.
I guess you just rediscovered me through Jordan's live stream, but I guess you could say you kind of, I don't know, made 2023 better than 2022, really.
Did I tell you what happened the first time I did that journey myself?
What happened?
You may have done,
Something
I think.
different?
We was on two Turbo Stars coupled together. The front
What,
one had a
EMR
fuel.
Turbo Stars?
Yes, the front one had a diesel leak. Lime Street, they were able to stop the diesel leak, but because that whole front unit stank of diesel, they closed it off. But
Like a
they
water
didn't tell us until the train was at Piccadilly. I was waiting at the front where it was quieter, and then the driver stuck their head out the window saying, "You have to board on the back unit." And one passenger shouted back, "Well, nobody told us." I was able to go all the way.
I think that
to
was
the
only
back
possible in
and
the
deliver-
Voyagers, and I've never been on a Voyager before, or at least not an actual one. I've
Or-
only been on the
I
Meridian.
would might be possible with an Adelante. I'm saying they're unreliable. Anyway, so that happened. I was able to get right to the back of the train because I always like sitting in the declassified first class. It tends to be quiet. We got on the train. The guard apologised and explained what was happening, why the train was delayed, which it was delayed. Once we'd left Stockport, we started going really slowly, and then the guard came on the PA and said, "Unfortunately, the train's headlamps have decided to fail. The route between Stockport and Sheffield has tunnels."
Yeah.
We were speed restricted to 20 mile an hour from Stockport to
The
Sheffield.
entire way. I was the one messaging Dylan panicking.
Pray that I'm fine. I'm actually quite relaxed.
I would have thought he would have known that this service was delayed coming into Nottingham.
We was in the Peak District, and then Fraser messaged me saying National Rail's just updated it, saying it's going to terminate at Sheffield now, and I was like,
Oh, that's what you
right,
mean.
no one's told us. And then about 10 minutes later, the guard announced, yeah, we're now terminating at Sheffield because the train after us has caught up.
That's reminding me of something that happened in 2012.
So we all got
I was
put
on
on this
a.
sprinter to Nottingham.
Well, we were going to Ely. Well, alteration didn't really matter at this point. From various episodes, we were going to Ely. We caught up with a stationary freight train. Don't know what happened. The driver was taken in ill or something, or the 66 failed. We were stationary for quite some time. We ended up terminating at Ely and not Peterborough.
Okay.
Even though that's where we were
God.
going. 66 was eventually moved to the Ely goods loop. It was actually a Freightliner X DRS Class 66 before it was repainted in its current livery.
Do you know that Ely used to be an island?
Yeah, I know that. It does feel like it is on the coast, you know.
Matt,
Yeah, what?
I didn't realise you were streaming this to your YouTube.
I can.
I
switch
thought
back
this was
off
all
again.
in the call.
I thought I told you at the first minute.
I didn't realise that's what you meant. I thought you meant you were streaming yourself.
Okay, wait, what's your channel?
I would rather.
It's called. What?
I don't mean to be rude, Matt, but I'd rather you didn't.
Sometimes I regret not doing it, you know. Well, I didn't think this would last long, so I'm going to head off and carry on.
Okay.
Back to normal again. At least now I can just go for the separate tab. Where is the separate tab? I don't know, is there any point doing it now? Oh, do you remember this channel name?
Connor Weiss.
No, I mean this channel name, not this one.
Oh, we built this Spacer One.
Well, that channel no longer exists, but in 2011 I watched the first ever Rochley video by that channel. Or at least this channel still exists. It is a new Rochley by the sounds of it.
I can speak, goat.
And you just sit up.
It's a lot of Roshnis.
They're squashed.
Sounds like Roshnis.
Well, they all meant to sound the same. Well, I guess that little act was down to, if they won't come to me, I'll come to them.
What was it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm going to have to stay up until after New Year's Day.
What happened?
I've been rendering an animation all day, that's the thing.
Is it taking a while?
It's still going.
Oh, wow.
But I guess if I came this far, it's the first actual non-experimental animation I've rendered.
Absolutely ruined that phone.
What even happened? I missed that.
I just knocked it off the mount.
I'm using a Galaxy S8 to stream the Vigilon. Well, it's my only spare phone.
Are you going to set off your little contraption thingy?
Yeah, there's no point. My dad's gone to bed already. Maybe next year I'll do something though, but we'll see.
You know, my siblings don't know about the sound off. My parents do.
That means I probably have to stand up for you then.
I'll be alright. My siblings,
Well, you better be, because I wouldn't be alright.
I think the loudest part of the sound off is going to be the gent.
In the first video I ever saw of one was, well, that guy you mentioned, Brown Guy Ralph 2007. He once had a video featuring a freefall territory. Well, not yet, he hasn't loaded up.
Oh, I see a keypad.
Yeah, it has.
There we go.
When it turns to like 0000, I might just temporarily remove my headphones.
Yeah, it might be worth doing that. It's going to be a bit loud. I'm going to keep my headphones on because that's my only hearing protection from all the devices that are hooked up currently.
Wait, can you actually deafen on the live stream? I know you can on Discord, as I've just discovered, but...
I don't think so. On a Galaxy S9 IMAX.
Hello.
Yeah, he's got an MX Pro 4.
I see a 12501 or 251, like one of these.
It's a 251, I'm pretty sure.
They're the same.
They're not really the same. Look at either side. It's blue. The 1251 is green.
Let me see. Green board.
What logo does it have? Yeah, it's definitely green, actually. Why am I asking that? It's obvious what it will have.
It's got Pac-Man by the looks of it.
I think they did do a 2510 that did 240 volts. See here, this is where the transformer goes.
With my Banshee.
That's not a Banshee, that's a Bedlam.
Yeah, the Bedlam.
And by the looks of it, it's got the ADT logo on it.
Logo is actually blurred.
They are known to that, actually. That's not the only time I've seen it.
Oh yeah, my Big Vig's main control card died in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Why does the system fault like come on whenever I turn the key to evac on the Cantech?
Oh, you mean the Kentech I gave you?
Yeah, the K3002 is fault free.
I mean, that one's from 1993, isn't it?
If you're gonna turn down your headphones, you might want to do it now.
Alright, 59? Jeez. Oh yeah, the countdown. You've got 47 seconds to go. At least someone's got the countdown.
Yeah, I forgot that that exists.
But
Right,
we'll be following that,
15 seconds, 2026.
So long already.
Jesus Christ, my system hurt my ears and I have headphones on. Oh my god, that really hurt.
I tell you what I did in the end. I just randomly bought this out and just pressed it.
At least you did something.
And in the process of
Yeah, it's just
pressing
nothing really.
I hear fire brigade.
You hear the fire brigade.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh, poor Roshni.